gonna say anything.
Yeah.
He was very kind with his word choice, so it could have meant anything. Even though, like, it's not. I mean, he may have. Oh, we'll let Seabart lead.
Yeah.
You can start.
So, what's your story, Seabart? Tell us.
Welcome to Steve Art Tells Us a Story.
The Booze Hounds return.
Sent a monitor chassis into Buffett, and
that's a Geo7, right?
Geo7, and apparently I may have put a little too much solder on a couple joints.
Were there just like giant BBs on the board?
I think it was just a little too much love. So there was a couple shorts on the board that took out some fuses, and I know exactly when it happened. It's when I went to replace one of the pots that was bad. It was way out of range, so I replaced it, turned the board over, and looked, let's touch up some of these. And that's when it had to have happened, because everything was working up to the point I replaced that pot and reflow.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
No pitcher. Well, some pitcher, but it wouldn't scale properly and it wouldn't adjust. It kept doing a roll kind of method. And it was making
it. Buffett got that board. He found that right. He flipped it over and saw it right away.
See what Buffett does is he takes the chassis and he does this and he just goes there. Pretty sure that's what he does. And
we've all been there and made soldering mistakes.
Yeah.
So
and he just does this and there's the right cap and done. Yeah. So
and it looks fantastic.
Oh, nice. Good job.
But yes, got a very lovely videos and
not too hard of a repair on this one.
Yeah. This is for our very sexy friend Carrie Z over on K-Love. Found that video from a year
yeah, that was a good one.
This is from our good buddy Seabot.
I just like the suspense, waiting for the initial hi. Yeah.
He hasn't been on here for a while.
Yeah.
It's too early though. He'll pop in at,
Yeah.
We end the show too early. That's the problem.
Right. We're not staying around long enough.
Yeah. That's right.
If we went to like 2 a.m., Well, that's good. That's your missile command, right?
Yeah, it's the missile command. And once that goes in and adjusted, you just need to go to the good bolt store because, Home Depot doesn't have the right ones. But go to the good bolt store, get 4 bolts, and then I can remount the one speaker that I had to put back on because it was never attached. So a couple bolts, paint them black, and then I think that's it. There's one button that I have to do a little more filing on just to get it synced in because I had to make my own buttons there. The Atari buttons for the players.
The cones.
Yeah, the cones. So I had to make my own buttons because no one sells them anymore. So
really, I thought there was like
I thought Arcade Shop did the
wasn't someone reproing them?
Yeah, Arcade Shop was doing that.
The light up ones.
Yep.
Or the black ones.
No, the light up ones.
Just the cone part, I think. Or
the volcano is black.
Yeah, just the bezels though, not the actual.
Somebody's doing a repro on the bezels, and I think you can get aluminum.
No, the bezels are being reproed. It's the actual button that I needed.
Arcade
like the actual
Shop has the button. They have repro buttons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
When they get those?
Listen to my buddy Gino. He knows what he's talking about.
Huh. Well, I didn't see him there like 2 years ago when I started this.
No, it wasn't there 2 years ago. This showed up last year.
Okay, that's why, because they didn't have them.
Look, they have the repros.
Oh, I've made my own. It's like, oh, crap.
I'll mold you some.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I can do that.
Oh, dude, that was an awesome video.
LED, yeah, whole button. Oh, Arcade Shop has a whole button that says Night Flyer. late 2019, I guess. Huh.
Yeah.
Whoa, Windows, you don't even think about doing an update right now.
Huh.
Thank you, Windows 10. All right, Jim, what did you do this week, Jim?
I didn't do any wrapping, but as a matter of fact, STI came today, and my Mario Madness is gone. Wow. I have a nice empty hole in my row now.
And how do you feel about that?
Good, because
Yeah?
I'm eager to seek out a Punch Out now, Super Punch Out. But in fact, I already posted on the on the Facebook Minnesota group. Hey, anyone have one for sale? But yeah, they me and Carrie moved it down this morning. They came at like noon, 11:30, and it's gone. Yeah, I posted it on Clav, and it sold in under 24 hours. Like gone. Yeah, it's just that's that. Like holy fuck. Yeah.
So how was it getting that heavy Atari game down the stairs and all that?
Not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
Because we've done enough of them, but the little steps are always a bitch.
But that dolly, the one that, because you had, Gina, we used the fancy dolly, and then it was like, oh, this is a great dolly, and then I got one, and then I gave one to him. That I think made the difference because those little stairs are so shallow that bigger tires wouldn't be able to fit on it. So although the smaller ones didn't real well going down the real narrow ones, you did manage to stop it on one.
It was the little stairs fucking suck because you can't there isn't a spot good, you can't really rest it. You just have to kind of
hold it,
kind of pace it,
keep going.
So it's kind of like he like, because if you try to break that, that's when you injure yourself. So it's like you kind of got prepared. It's like 6 or 7 steps, I think, and they're my shoe hangs off like this far because they're just tiny little
they're
fucks.
really tiny.
So but what Carrie was underneath just in case, kind of you had some resistance against the bottom of it, and I had and then we got then there's like 5 steps outside that are big wide concrete steps, and so it's way easier.
But they do all the wrapping and all that stuff once you get it out.
I asked about it because I was like, do I can I put some cardboard under here or whatever? He's like, when he started wrapping blankets, and he's like, oh no, we're bringing this to the next spot where they're going to look it over. Okay, then we'll permanently do the permanent wrap with more blankets and stuff. So even if I wanted to, it sounded like I wouldn't have been able to. So they have their own system.
Because they want to inspect it, I'm sure, to make certain that you don't wrap up a screwed up game and then be like, yo, look at the damage you guys caused.
Right.
So.
But today, this morning, before they came, I recorded like a 2-minute video, went around it, and then I did a gameplay to show that everything works well. And then I took a few photos with my phone. So
some party shots when they were loading it on the truck and all that.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't take any of those. Now that I think about it, not them loaded up because those already they're already doing stuff,
Yeah.
So I just did it before they had their hands on it.
Yeah, it looked like a dad and his kid.
Yeah, super nice.
Like,
but yeah, I come out because Carrie came back in to grab the spare control panel that I bubble wrap, and so I'm just out there with the game, and I signal the guys where to pull up. The guy comes out, he's like, holy shit, you did this all by yourself? And I'm like, no, my girlfriend helped me. And he's like, he gives me this funny look, like as if that's any different than me doing it. Like that's exactly the look he gave me. And then she came out, and I'm like, I was explaining, okay, well, this isn't her first rodeo. She's got more games than I do, like that sort of thing. But it was just kind of funny. I'm like, oh boy, boy, you could have seen that.
It's funny because I figured out what you had said by the time I walked out, but I was thinking it would be kind of, in my mind, I was thinking like, should I do some sort of like, well, thank goodness this thing's finally gone. You just like, throw some sort of like,
big domestic.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and just pretend like,
the marriage.
Yeah, exactly. Pretend like I just couldn't wait for it to be out.
Yeah, I'm here to pick up an arcade game. Yeah, the Dance Dance Revolution's right over there. Like,
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, it was a good experience thus far. I just hope everything. I was thinking about it. In fact, we were just talking about that when we were picking up some groceries. I was like, I'm not worried. Like the monitor's gonna be fine. It's a rock solid K7. Like I've moved this game before. The boards and everything are fine. But the only thing I could possibly see where he powers it up and he's like, is the LEDs for the trackballs don't have the tightest spade connectors. Once in a great while, if it really gets jostled, one of them will come off. So you might turn on and one of them doesn't light up. Oh, I thought you played a
I
sound. That was
know.
Wonka.
Yeah, no, that was actually a
yeah.
real sound.
So, but I think it'll be good. I hope it doesn't get too scuffed up, but otherwise it was a good process. He's clearly, when I called him on the phone, super nice guy. He's out in Portland, and it was like I figured from his posts and stuff, he's bought a lot of top dollar games.
Yeah.
It's not as he's definitely he almost always has them shipped, it sounded like.
Yeah.
And so he was super friendly, and everything went quick. In fact, like before I could even, because when we negotiated a deal, basically he offered $100 less than my lowest acceptable offer. So I countered with right in between, and then he went like a couple hundred. So I got more than my lowest. I got a good price. I could post it in the chat, but it was a very, very fair price. And before, so we started going back and forth, and I was like, you have a deal. Will you be shipping or picking it up? And then he's like, can I have your PayPal? I'll be shipping. And before I could even do anything, he had already friends and family the amount in my PayPal account. Like it was,
wow.
Yeah, he had done this before. So
yeah.
Anyways, thanks. So
well, that's nice.
Yeah, no, it's a good. It was a really good experience. But yeah, I couldn't. I didn't get any bites. Well, when I posted on Clav, I posted it on Craigslist and I opened it up to the general Facebook. And Clav, I had all my offers came from Clav, which kind of surprised me. Yet it didn't, just because it is kind of a collector, type of game. But that's kind of surprised me that it would turn over. The only thing that gave me a little bit of promise was that when I looked up and like the last decent, like complete Marble Madness was like 2017 or something like that. So I was like, well, okay, maybe I have a chance here, but I would probably do it again.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. I just don't see, like, locally. I was actually disappointed. I had a couple of really low ball offers from the local crowd, which it's just kind of, me, like. I don't understand that.
You don't have to call out their names, but you throw out the lowball offers they were sending you.
Yeah.
Don't say who was doing it because we're not trying to
Yeah. So I asked. So my asking was $3,000. That's not that's no.
That was on
secret.
Clav. Yeah, public knowledge.
Yep. And I was getting like half that.
Yeah.
And like anything under $2,000 to me was disrespectful. to be honest, I mean, just because like I know how much I put into that and how much work, and then you amplify that by today's standards, and then looking at if you just do a for sale history and stuff and what things are going for, and it's obvious that it's not worth that little. So.
Sorry.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Wipe my butt.
Was that a pinball machine?
Yeah.
Wipe my butt. So do you have any lines at all on a punch up or super punch?
Not yet. Actually, it's funny. I on the post I made on Facebook, I actually tagged Steve Murky, who you guys have met. He was on here with Chris Rhodes when we did our Saturday stuff. And I know he's got one, and I've been trying to like nudge him. Actually, he almost thought about. I don't know if he really considered it or not, but he was like, that's kind of tempting when I was like about trading, because that's a game he likes, and I know he told me that it's not in the best of shape, but that's all. Everyone's got their own opinion of what of rough condition or collector quality or whatever. So that's left, that's up for debate. But now that I got rid of sold Marble Madness, now I'm like, well, maybe he'll trade for cash. But the thing is that he comes up. He lives in Mankato, which is like hour 40 minutes or so hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes or so. That'd be south of here, and he comes up fairly regularly to hang out with like Chris Rhodes and the crew. So it'd be one of those things that if I could convince him, there's a good chance that he could just bring that thing
Throw
up
it in the back of the truck on your way up, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, or it'd give me an excuse to go visit him and check out his arcade and stuff. So, but that's about the only. It's not really a lead, but that's the only one I know of that. Otherwise, I mean, I think I wouldn't be opposed to having it shipped if I could find one that's decent, or, because what I want to do is, since Mike's Arcade and everything is out there for the conversion to do it easily to Super Punch Out, I'm like, well, shit, Vector Labs actually has a Nintendo for all 4 dual monitor games, a switcher. So I could buy a second board and do Punch Out and Super Punch Out in the same cabinet. And I'm kind of liking that, even though I'm more of a Super Punch Out guy. It's like kind of like, why not? I mean, if it ends up being like $400 or whatever it is, because I know those boards are probably fetching stupid money now. But that sounds like a good time. So I like the idea of doing both in the same cabinet. But I just don't. I'm at the point though, like where. And part of that was part of the reason I sold Marvel Madness is that the value wise that they're pretty close. Like I think Marvel Madness is slightly maybe more than like a regular Punch Out, maybe not Super Punch Out, but like depends on the how nice of a restore the condition. But
sure, yeah.
But that was kind of my thinking because honestly, I don't want to buy a project. I really don't. I want to buy a working game that doesn't need much in terms of cosmetics. I would much rather buy one that's in really good cosmetic shape that only needs the electronics. Because I'm running I don't want to do any more restores in my apartment because I just don't have the space. Every time I add a game, I lose that space to do a restore,
right.
And so it's like I'm ready to just pay the money for. I hate the term turnkey, but I just want a complete working game that's decent enough that I don't need to really get my hands dirty.
Yeah, slap a new control panel overlay on it and just be like, done.
Well,
but the cap kits, cap kits ×2 because it's Jim. Yeah,
See,
exactly.
That's fine. Like the electronic stuff, that's fine. But it's funny. I saw that.
It could even have had a new cap kit and be like, oh no, this is not quality cap.
It
could be better.
I don't know when this was done.
Yeah, exactly. I can dial this in better. Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, so it's funny you say the control panel overlay because like they have a dedicated CPO for Super Punch Out, and then they have like stickers little for the conversion for regular Punch Out. But I saw in Mike's Arcade that they sell repro control panels. And I was like, if I get a regular Punch Out, I might be lazy enough because it's $75 for a blank panel to just buy a new CPO and get that panel, so I don't have to take off that fucking old CPO or do anything with it. And I don't know. Isn't it sad? It kind of gets to that point though, where it's like
when your time is worth more than your money. I mean, that's that's how the economy works.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Because it's like $75. How long would it take me to take off the CPO? Probably at least 3 hours.
Take it off, sand it down.
More than that. Removing CPOs.
Or I would just go drop it off at my powder coater.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah.
You'd probably charge me $25, and it's like, here you go.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
$25. So what is that in toilet paper rolls?
Oh, we don't have that problem.
Yeah, we got lots of
problems for a long time.
That's 6 months ago.
It feels like
has it been 6 months?
It hasn't been, but it
feels like it.
Oh my god, the time.
We're not even on. We're not. Well, we're almost
April,
roughly
May,
on 4 months. 4 months.
April, May, June. Yeah, about 4 months.
I should rename my name to Carrie and Jimbo. Oh yeah, that's right. I thought about that. I was like, it's my full name. My God, people don't know who I am.
Yeah.
They do now. But
oh, that's true.
How do you? Rename. Here, I'll do this for you.
Aw. Aw.
Oh wait, put it
Oh,
in there.
sorry.
Aww.
I tried to do the sounds, but I couldn't because
Don't touch it.
I'll touch it if I want to.
And now I'll forget to change it back.
There we
So it's like,
Yeah.
where's Carrie C?
Yeah.
Yes, we're drinking tonight, Seabart. By the
And
way.
it looks fantastic.
That's for the change of name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I figured that'll loosen up my my ability to choose the sounds. It'll be really obnoxious in about an hour.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah,
or you'll be
like-
spot
like-
on.
oh, I
'cause,
know.
Like sometimes you find that it
Yeah.
takes me a couple drinks to
Yeah.
like, really get the flow
That
going.
happy medium.
Well,
That happy place where everyone's really annoyed and I'm feeling great.
I know, right? I know it is kind of, although it is kind of funny to you know to
Oh,
do it
Lewis
while
had
you're
the
to
proper
do it while
whiskey.
you're talking, and then
Yeah.
have you kind of look at me like,
Huh?
yeah.
What's it? Oh, I'm afraid.
afraid that the reflectors.
It's a series of
Just
like
like
non
some
sequitur sounds.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
yeah, no.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, and I don't know what a lot
We
of these
do
are.
this so that you guys appreciate me more.
Apparently, you're on the Star Wars page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what made you
See, I had to explain to her how like if you don't want to double click on a sound.
Yeah.
To start it, you just left click once. To stop it early, you left click again. Now, if it's a short sound and you don't know that, it'll just play it again. You know. So
Oh,
Right, and of course I don't know these sounds other than you know.
you know all the
This
Caddyshack
town
ones.
needs an enema.
Right? Like how would I know?
Because it says this town.
Where the
needs an
hell
enema.
is that from?
Batman.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. Oh, we could actually play like a "What's this from?" kind of a.
Oh,
you guys would get
Instead
a lot of
what's
these.
in the juke? We'll
Yeah.
call this what's
Yeah.
in the soundboard.
Yeah.
You can take your thumb out of my ass anytime now, Carmine.
It's a great movie.
Comedy.
That's at the. That's
No
the
surprise given that particular clip. You know, being here on the same screen with you makes me feel like I'm on NPR. Well, I'll give you another clip from the same. That one's too easy. Okay, we'll give you.
Well, if you'd like, you can sit here with the fancy mic. I gave her a wireless
No.
lavalier microphone.
Tell those assholes to shut up. Hey, shut up, you assholes!
Same movie. Get it
Yeah.
yet?
I got nothing else.
Baseballs.
All right,
No.
fine. This one
No.
you're gonna get this one. Then I'll give you the. I'll
Yeah,
give you the
that's
gimme.
the giveaway.
Oh, it's Animal
Oh,
House.
Animal House.
Yeah.
Bingo. Okay, one more. Let's see if you get this. Yeah.
That was 0 points earned that last round.
Andrew knows that one.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
I may be bad, but I feel good.
One of the Batman
You've
movies?
seen it. You've seen it. Mock would know. Where's the?
I
fuck's
know.
Mock?
We need
Yeah.
knock.
No
Alice, who
excuse
the
for
fuck
mock.
is Alice? That's they'll play another one.
26
How about this
years
one?
I've been
Andrew will
living
get
next
this.
door to Alice.
You got real ugly.
One more time.
Oh,
Honey, you got real ugly.
do the one above it.
Oh,
Okay.
is this Evil Dead?
We'll
of
give it
Darkness.
to you.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
give it to you.
Ding, ding,
'cause
ding,
it's-
ding,
it's
yeah.
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Those.
They
I've
should call
enjoyed
it-
those movies, but I've never obsessed over them, so I haven't seen them.
So you didn't catch the big cult like
Yeah.
bug. Yeah.
I mean, I
did you
enjoy-
see that in the theater? Did anyone see Army of Darkness in the theater?
No, I
That's
think I saw that on
92.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely saw them on VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never.
alright.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen. Yeah. I bet that was only in the theater for a few months or something. So it would bomb. I know it was kind of a flop. Play it louder. No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, one more.
Sure.
One more round.
Yeah, one more.
Sure.
round.
I mean,
What do you
the
what do you
last three are well.
What do you
I would go up the palettes a little bit because
Too easy.
We're
These
guessing
are
before
kind-
you start playing. Gleek says Blazing Saddles.
thing is she'd probably play, yeah.
We said
Ding, ding, ding,
Mock's
you
name
win.
too many times.
No,
No.
keep going up.
All right.
There you go. Anywhere because they're pseudo in alphabetical order.
Right. Yeah.
I say that because anytime I
Mm.
add sounds, it's a pain in the ass to like go back and re-alphabetize everything.
Two. I think. Up.
Oh my
This one-
god!
Wait,
Don't.
too. Yeah. No. Too easy. Okay, right here. Yeah.
No.
No.
Go like number 2.
They've
heard all these sounds so much. It's like, yeah.
Oh, I know. Like, yeah, that's rando. I think that's too random. Oh, that was too random. See, I'm looking out for you guys.
Yeah, and the problem is that there's a lot of them in there that that are only like
okay,
one
super appropriate in light of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No. Oh, there's Mock. He'll guess on every one.
Mock.
Oh, and Mock's sound palette has a lot of movie ones too.
Right.
Mock 1 and 2.
Yeah. All right. So we're playing guess the movie.
Yeah, but I only have those from that movie. Those 3 there.
Well, for these,
and they're all the same.
They're all the same, but you only need one. You only need one.
Inconceivable. We just watched that.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, oh, this one's appropriate.
Yeah, you just do your thing. Don't let me stall you. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm going to talk to the IRC where all the excitement's happening.
Steve, you're just in time to do the intro.
Yes.
Oh, I thought, what? You guys didn't do it? I was gone.
Well,
I just started talking.
No, we teased. We led with the Seabart story.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Seabart monitor.
Oh, nice
story.
Background, Andrew. Did you guys collaborate? Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, if you could switch your shirts. No.
Well, the funny thing was, I actually was literally wearing that shirt yesterday.
Oh.
Where'd you get it?
Target, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think this one came from Target too.
I have that was one of my little, when I was like 5-6 years old, I had a little Pac-Man Atari. It said the big letters Atari. It must have been like the logo, and then it had just Pac-Man. I think it was like the 2600 shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that. It turned into
Andrew, I never thought you'd go Maine. So.
Oh, well, I'm trying to broaden my perspective.
I'm stoked all the great games I have behind me. I can play.
Yeah. Go play it. Go play Gradius behind you.
Yeah. All right, here I go.
There you go. Sit down. You disappeared into Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's the cockpit version.
I'm going to go play Street
Not working right.
He got sucked into Tron.
I got sucked into the Tron.
I don't know how you survive.
You pretty much just swivel like 90 degrees to your left and start playing Judge Dredd.
I'll play some pin.
There you go. Boom, you got it.
I'm going to go play some Super Turbo after I recap the monitor. Yeah.
See if I can go back here.
Hey, Andrew, how deep is your big blue cabinet? Like, what is that like? How deep?
Oh, do we need to talk about that off air?
Well, it fit,
it
fit in the back of the van again.
So
that square area, including those cabinets back there.
I'm just trying to think, like, if I get now, I would assume that the depth between all the big blues is relatively close, like 33, 36 inches.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, like, can I get that when I take the control panel off? Can I get it through my kitchen, or do I have to move Wonka and fucking?
Oh,
is it gonna be it could be, yeah, because it's a really tight corner.
I've never moved it. I've never moved it through a man door. I've only ever moved it because I got it at that warehouse that we went to.
Oh, right.
The game exchange, and then that was like straight out of their warehouse into the back of the van, from the back of the van into the garage. So, yeah, I've never moved it through a man door. It should fit though. I mean, they're designed to fit.
Man door.
I know.
A regular door, like a standard door, as opposed to a garage door or a
It's funny that you would play that sound.
Carrie had the soundboard. Oh no!
Yeah, I know.
Yep, and I'm just about to finish up drink number 1. Drink number
let me go get my drink.
Yeah.
No, I'll just pull it up to the balcony and then in through the sliding door. No problem. I need to rig something up like Adam One Circuit did.
Yeah, there you go. Some sort of pulley system.
Like pulley system.
Yeah.
Those cabinets have like laminate on the sides or something. They can take
it's all laminate. Yeah, totally smooth.
Or I'll just have to fucking redo it. Yeah.
Start tripping the drywall off the wall to make sure it fits through the.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
And getting the deposit back anyway. So.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, there's a good. Well, I don't know, because this is such an old building. I was surprised in some of my previous apartments that I got my full deposit back, to be honest. Because at the last apartment when I was with my ex-wife, in the second bedroom where I had my Marble Madness and my once was a Marble Madness, used to be mine, and red tent and stuff. Well, you guys, yeah, because you remember that office area. It was supposed to be an office area, but I was soldering something. I was on the floor and I bumped my soldering iron, and it just like went right through the carpet. And there's like this nice like bare. Like I don't know how I got. Yeah,
it just would look like somebody that dropped a lit cigarette and just burned through the carpet.
Yeah, but it was like the size of like a Sharpie mark. It was a good size.
I'm sure they just thought cigarette though. I mean, no one would think like soldering iron.
No, yeah. There's things like that. In this apartment, I don't have anything like quite like that, but I have I like Gorilla Tape maybe a little bit too much, and like I have things instead of gaffer's tape, I use Gorilla Tape because it doesn't ever get lifted. And so I have things marked, and like when I got rid of the speakers behind me, and I had with that 5.1 setup, I had everything, the cords and stuff, all Gorilla Tape down. Well, I pull that off, and some of the carpet comes off. That's not noticeable. What's noticeable is it left like this black trail of remnants right behind me, about like yeah, skid marks. Yeah,
might be poop.
Might be poop. Is it really poop?
Is it poop?
Oh yeah.
Is it really poop?
She's been wanting to use that button for a while now.
Hey, Mock, before you sit down, grab a tape measure and measure that big blue for us.
Yeah, I need to know how to.
All right.
Yeah, I need to know how the depth of that cabinet. Even though I could probably look it up in a flyer.
I'll go measure real quick.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. He really is. Or he's just getting another drink. If I was him, I'd just be getting another drink. Whoa! Did you see the reveal? That was sick.
An arcade within an arcade.
That was fucking. He should actually pull it like diagonally. That was yeah. My mind's blown.
That was funny. So what I miss? I totally forgot we had a show tonight. Isn't that terrible.
What?
I'd rather you forgot.
Moving furniture and stuff, and then we ate a late dinner, and then I was like, it's hard to watch. I sat down, I turned on the TV, and I usually go to YouTube to check out like news and stuff, and I see our show on. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, I'd rather you forget than like be like, sorry, I'm not going to be on the whole night.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, like Gak. Where are you, Gak?
He's playing poker. Actually, no, he's not, because Dave, I saw his message in Slack about like I was gonna poke him, be like, because he's like, I was up late till like 4:30. I'm like, you're playing poker that late, even though I know he's probably working.
We have virtual Gak.
Probably had a great.
There he is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gak, nice of you to join us.
Yeah.
Gak says he might be on later. He's got some peeps over right now.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Are they social distancing?
Certainly hope so. So it's 34 by 28 and a half. Let's call it 29.
For the control panel, like the width?
No control panel. So that's without so
no control. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's great. Yeah,
that's just width and
Yep.
Hey, Andrew, can you pull back your green screen to reveal what's behind it? Because that was trippy.
Do that. That was trippy. Do it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so weird.
I'm actually in the garage.
Is.
Yes. You're in both places.
Oh my
at the
God,
same time.
that is cool. That's awesome.
I suppose if I had the other thing on, it would be pretty close to that same angle too.
Yeah.
Yo, man, what kind of stuff was that? This guy's in two places.
Thanks for measuring.
Totally. Now it's 85 tall, so just be aware of that.
Oh, it is? Oh, no wonder I want the shorter one, because I was telling Carrie about, I looked up Super Punch-Out. It's shorter than I thought. It's about an inch taller than me. It's 74.5 inches tall. And the clearance for my kitchen is 82 inches. So I would have to, with the shorter one, I could get it. Plus, I could detach the marquee.
I think the marquee comes off the shorter one too. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yep.
So that'll give
all
you
the more reason to seek that out.
Yeah.
That'll be a shipment too. I just don't think I'm ever going to find that that style near me.
Yeah, they had a couple.
They must have not.
Couple of them at Game Exchange, but I wanted that one.
Yeah, those fucking Game Exchange dudes and their Mega Touch shenanigans.
Yeah, no, I
at this
remember
point,
like
Jim, will you
doing
take
the
either one if you had if both one or the other came, would you take the
no
Super Punch Out, or you're dedicated? You're
oh yeah. Like if either one, no, because I can do one additional cabinet after Super Punch Out. So the last two to complete the only thing I would consider taking either in place of either would be if I came across a dedicated truck. That's the only thing that would possibly tempt me, which I'm not going to find.
But if you came across a Street Fighter cabinet tomorrow, would you take that over the Super Punch Out, or you're focused on the Super Punch Out right now?
Oh yeah, I mean, because they're both on my wanted list. There's not a particular order. It's just that I'm set. I would rather have, like, my priority would be Super Punch Out, even though like I'm a big, I'm the Street Fighter guy, but that would fit perfectly in place of it. And that was kind of the intention of Marvel Madness. I was gonna one for one it, like, in the ideal world I would have just straight up traded someone, but so that's why I'm going after that now.
Yeah, and
then I'll go after the big blue. Plus Super Punch Out is more of a higher dollar game than that, and I kind of I work in a linear fashion. That's just how I am. So it's like I have my list, and it's like I have to complete one before I can go to number two, and so just like in the bathroom, I have to complete one before I go to
TMI.
No, never. This isn't a show, and we don't do that. I need a drink. Thank you. Oh, nice. Oh, and you didn't even play that one earlier. I was telling her which ones are the squeaky ones, which ones were the quick ones.
This is the wet one.
That's where that's a Dave from Buffalo is what that is.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah,
I can't trust a fart.
Yeah.
Leo, give me some shorts.
That one you could trust.
I know. There's actually, what is it? 12 farts on here. Like that's right. Like,
that's like
and he knows each one, and like, well, these are the short ones, and this
although
is the wet one.
I don't play 3 or 4 very often, or 9.
Okay, this is 9 for all of you who are horribly curious. Yeah,
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. And here's 4.
What's number 2?
Yeah,
That's 2.
That's very airy. Yeah, that one.
I should really put the toilet flush on
sprouts.
the same palette.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was making a shit joke.
So, am I safe to assume? Am I safe to assume that after Princess Bride, that movie just got Carrie and Jim so romantically wrapped up in a beautiful love story that they just said, "Fuck Return of the Living Dead."
That's gonna spoil the mood.
Honestly, so Jim and I have been watching Westworld.
Oh, the show. Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen Westworld?
I'm up to season 3 or something on it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because we're in the midst of season 2. Have you seen the original 1970s movie?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. That one and the sequel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the sequel.
Future World. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw that once. So I remember as a kid, like where I grew up, we had Dialing for Dollars. And it was like the horror, scary movie, Channel 2. It was like middle of Sunday afternoon or middle of the day kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you just you watch the movie and you would stop. And the Dialing for Dollars part was like the host would call out some number or something. And then you would call, you'd phone in.
And you try to get in and win.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember that Westworld was on Dialing for Dollars and would just, it was played a couple times when I was a child and on this Cheezo network. And I loved Westworld.
Westworld's great. Yul Brynner is like a full dick in it.
Yeah, he was so good. And it was just mind blowing. And so when I saw that Westworld was coming on as a series, I've been kind of like, hey, Jim. So we've been watching that. And oh my God, it is so good. It was like, okay, there's 2 series I really want to get into or be able to see is Westworld and American Gods. I'm super excited about that.
American Gods is awesome. I haven't seen season 2 of that yet, and I don't know where to catch it. I don't know how I saw the first season.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Yeah,
paid for it. I don't know, but
it's Stars, I think, or yeah, I think
is
was
it?
Stars
I think it
that
might be
did.
Stars or something. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, some
remember how I saw it
rando.
before, but it's a weird show, but it's fun. It's that's a good show.
But I am absolutely loving Westworld. So that's I think we ended up deciding to watch some Westworld.
Because we had just seen Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple.
Oh, you had just seen it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
and
it ends the same.
So
it was fun watching that with was it what's her name? Is it Jill or Jessie? What's her name, Andrew?
Yeah, Jessie.
Jessie, yeah, because she had never seen it before.
Right.
So it was funny to watch her or listen to her watch it and laughing at stuff, seeing it for the first time, and all the jokes are like new to her, like send more cops, that kind of thing, and people that are getting bum rushed by the zombies and
like this job.
That might have been the first zombie movie I'd seen where they just is that the first movie where they could actually articulate, they could actually speak?
Yeah.
And then
and
that may have been the first zombie, the running. Yeah.
The running was unique to that one too.
Yeah,
I think.
instead of
I just remember them all coming out of the bushes at the cops.
Yeah, they all just run from the sides and
get them. All I could think.
Yeah, I almost feel like we should do introductions at some point during the movie night because it's like I don't know so many of the people on there. Like I have no idea who Jesse is.
Yeah, like one person
is he or
jumped
she
on,
a,
and I was like,
a,
"Wow,
a,
that's loud."
A watcher of the show.
Yeah,
she's a friend of my brother's.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good.
She's East Coast, so she stays up late.
Yeah,
it's like 4 in the morning when we're done. And she's like,
ouch.
She hangs in.
What was the third movie?
The Ecstasy of Order.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's a great
Tetris movie.
That's a really, yeah, that's a fun one.
And then we watched
20 or whatever.
We were all hammered, but we all didn't feel like going to bed yet, so we stayed up and watched the fourth movie.
Oh my God.
Hamburger the movie.
Hamburger, that's right.
Hamburger?
Yeah.
The motion picture. Animated movie?
Oh yeah, Hamburger the motion picture. Excuse me.
It might be the movie.
Yeah, so what is Hamburger?
It's a terrible 80s goofball comedy thing.
TNA and
a little bit of TNA.
Not that much
sounds
though.
Vaguely familiar. Interesting. Okay. That's funny.
I saw it in the theater as a kid too. In high school. It was just
sorry.
Is it Dip Butt Kiss is the
that's awesome.
Isn't that the sergeant in that?
Yeah.
With the spatula.
Yeah, the spatula. and then if you're buns and his
and if you're
so
bad,
terrible.
they put you in a giant pickle and squirt mustard and mustard and ketchup and stuff on your head. Yeah, it's such a
play
weird
the theme
movie.
song. It's just
It's just weird. They got to the dorm rooms and they had the hamburger shaped beds and all that. I was just like,
Oh yeah, the beds are hamburgers. I forgot about that.
the pillows are pickles.
So what it is it's a free college you get to go to, and when you graduate, what's the great thing when you graduate?
The whole thing about is management. So basically, you get to
be a
manage your
manager.
own franchise, and then eventually own your own franchise.
Yeah,
it's
and you gotta
by God.
You gotta do everything perfect, or else yeah. It's
But
like
because it's
Police
free, it's
Academy
like-
with hamburgers.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's totally a Police Academy style.
It
movie.
feels like Police Academy, right?
Yep,
It's very
nailed it.
similar.
Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, back to Westworld for a sec. The old. Did you see old Westworld, Andrew? Have you seen that old one? It's a Michael Crichton written story. And I think he directed it too for the Westworld. It's really it's one of his first films. Yeah. Anyway, James Cameron was a huge fan of that movie, and that's where he came up with the idea for Terminator. Because at the end of the movie, Yul Brynner is like this unstoppable robot, and they do everything to him to stop him, and he's just on a killing rampage. Anybody that gets in front of him, he kills you. And near the end, he's like splashing acid in his face and lighting him on fire, and he just keeps coming and coming and coming.
So just to back up, because I don't think this is really spoiling anything, you get it very quickly. Is the basic premise is there's a theme park with basically incredible animatronics. Like there's these kind of IA robots, and guests come to have a vacation, and you can live out all your fantasies in the for Westworld in the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're there amongst the guests are there amongst hosts, and you can so and
there's 4 different worlds too.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not just Westworld. That's if you're into being a cowboy, you can like have a shootout, or your friend can bust you out of jail. You can have all these adventures, and they're all scripted kind of things. But I think it's funny that there's these other lands like the medieval knights or the Romans.
Roman world.
Yeah, Roman world. You get to have orgies and crazy shit. But
like Caligula.
Yeah. But you get to be Caligula.
Lester, that's a great thing.
Well, better than being on the other side of it.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't want to be buried from my neck down and have people throw tomatoes at my head while this machine runs it over and cuts my head off.
Yeah, it's a Michael Crichton film, and the original, and it's like, well, wait a second, he did Jurassic Park, an adult amusement park that things go wrong.
Yeah, that's one of his favorite things. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
hilarity ensues. Well, maybe not hilarity.
Crichton wrote a lot of books and directed a lot of movies from those books. Like he did Looker, that was Albert Finney movie, and Susan Day from what was Susan Day from?
Partridge Family.
Yeah. That's a fun one because that's where Men in Black got the idea. Where they have the Looker gun, where you shoot it at somebody and it goes, and then they're like hypnotized, they don't move, and they lose track. Then they wake up an hour later, and so a hitman is basically, it's pretty ahead of its time when you think about Looker. Have you guys seen Looker? I know Andrew's seen it. Have you guys seen Looker?
Oh,
really old.
Years ago,
but it's way ahead of its time if you think about it. It's about corporations scanning in girls digitally and using the digital model. This is way before we had real CGI and stuff. So, but the movie's premise is that it's replacing the physical model with the CGI one, so it can move perfectly the way they want to get better ratings for looking at the product near the model. It has to be exact.
Like deep fakes.
Yeah, and what's funny about that is that deep fakes. They say once we hire you and digitize you, they pay you a huge lump sum of money because they're going to use their likeness for whatever they want,
like stock footage.
Yeah, basically, but unlimited stock footage. But the thing is, though, is the corporation, as a usual corrupt corporation, they don't want to pay it out, so they send a hitman out after they scan the girls to use the Looker gun, hypnotize them, make them look like suicides.
Sounds like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, I missed that show.
Yeah,
Looker's cool.
Actually,
check out Looker.
We can only do the one thing about Westworld is they're like, the series is like, most episodes are about an hour, sometimes a little bit more. The season finale for season 1 was an hour and a half, but we can only watch like maybe 2 in a row because it is exhausting on your brain. It's there's so much going on, and people speak in like poetry and shit. Like it's so you have to really dissect
really
it.
Well done. A lot
and if you miss like 2,
and they jump around in time too.
I was making an Andrew joke the other night. I'm like,
you don't
I need to turn on subtitles.
Yeah.
You get lost at what time.
We invoke you whenever subtitles are on.
Like we have to turn off the AC and stuff. Like, what the hell did he say?
What did he say?
We went back like 4 times on Plex. Nice thing about Plex, if you hit rewind, like if you just hit it like on your remote like twice or whatever, it goes back in 10-second increments. Yeah. So we could go back. We went like 3 times. We're like, what did he say? And he's like mumbling. Like, oh, technologically. Oh, it's like,
oh wow.
It is, but there's so much going on,
and you feel like
you can't really drink when you watch it because like the next day we're like, what happened?
I blinked in one episode like where I'm like, wait, what happened? And then you blinked on the one where I was like, okay, so there was this and there was this. Yeah, it takes a lot of
watching Cheers or Happenings. That's one thing.
It's intelligent writing. It's phenomenal acting. The twists.
I like Bernard.
Turns.
Bernard's my favorite.
Oh my God,
character
Bernard is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like Ed Harris's character, William.
Oh, he's fun.
He's good too. Well, Ed Harris is always good, right?
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He looks like a fucking
I know.
He looks the part though, because he looks all wet, like especially with where because he's a bit older now. Weathered.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, anyway, you should, just check it out because it's really.
That show definitely has its Hodor moments as well. The big reveals and
yeah. I like that Hodor. Yeah, the Hodor moments. Well put. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed Harris. I like that they showed his character experiment with the park, seeing how far he can take it. Like, he'll just rape every single girl he comes across, or shoot every person he comes across, just to see how things play out. Well, that's like the first middle of the season.
It's pretty early on, but
but
I did guess his character's background. I was excited about that. Where's your mask?
Just kidding. I'm coughing. Watch out.
Hello. My wife doesn't want to be on camera, so she's like hiding now.
Hey, Lisa. Where's your mic?
We see you.
See the top of her head.
Hey, Lisa, we can see you. Yes, that's our friend Sarah. They're drinking all my beer, playing all my games.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
Come on over, drink all my beer, play all my games.
No, don't drink all your beer.
Give me a reason to get more, right?
That's your, right. Yeah, they need to drink the keg stuff so you can run up to Auburn.
The keg needs one of those dispenser things we were talking about today with the STI guys about you scan a code and then it just pours out the beer by the ounce.
That is such a cool idea.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've seen those before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
Hello.
Say hi,
Hey.
All right.
Cheers.
We're known her for how many? 25 years now, or
22 at least.
She has two boys. She has two boys the same age as our two boys. So
nice.
Oh, that works out nicely.
Yeah.
And they like each other.
I'm gonna go play Pac-Man.
All right, you play Pac-Man.
All right.
And we're me and Carrie are actually doing with a couple of friends of ours here. We're doing one of our we're doing our first driveway happy hour with a couple of friends.
Oh, nice.
Thursday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
that should be
So
fun.
that should be fun. Yeah, they're
Jimbo, I saw like a random thing on Facebook that popped up. There's like it's like a soda shop that has a bunch of pinball machines in Minneapolis.
Oh, Tilt. It's not so. Is it Tilt? It's a
looked
pinball
like
bar.
to me it looked like it was more of a soda shop, like with soda and candy and ice cream maybe, and then they had a row of pins.
Oh, weird. I don't.
Yeah.
I have.
I'll have to look it up. When
you have to look.
Stumble across it, I'll share it on our Slack group. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
It looked pretty cool though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had like an old time soda shop where you could like get
soda phones, like legit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. It was Minneapolis.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully it hasn't burnt down.
Yeah. Right. We got 3 layers of plywood out on the windows right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then even if they all survive, like, are they still going to be in business? Like, it's, I don't know. I just saw today though that our governor, the headline is seriously considering making face masks mandated. A mandate.
Yeah.
It's like. We were just at one of our local. It's not the highest class grocery store. It's like your I don't know what you call it, Safeway.
It's like Safeway
it's like
by
basically a Safeway, and it's like maybe 50% of the people are wearing.
Nice. Yeah. I was like, it's so weird to go into
such a class system here, though. Like you go to like Cup Foods, and it's like 50, maybe 60% of people are wearing masks. Then you go to like a Whole Foods, and it's like everyone's got latex gloves, and they're all like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird to go into a place where people are inside not wearing masks, because that's just not Andrew, is Colorado mandatory mask?
Denver is.
Denver is okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's
Wait,
so.
I just realized Andrew's hanging out at Mock's place, and Mock's playing out at his place.
Andrew, do the sheet thing. Do the sheet thing. Show Gak. Look at this. This will trip you out.
Oh, wait. What the? He pulled the curtain back. Yes.
Now he's going to do that once an hour.
What a liar.
He's going to do that every half an hour, and then at some point someone's just going to like flip out because they've been drinking too much.
No, I don't have centipede. I used to. My next door neighbor.
Nice one.
Oh, it's not green enough.
Aww.
I was looking for something green. Shit.
Oh, you're starting to get familiar with.
I'm
the
getting a little
sounds,
bit. Yeah, I'm getting a little better with
the quick sound
with the quick
palettes.
sounds,
Yeah. Random. I love it.
Yeah. All right, I need another drink. You're in charge.
I'm in charge. All right. I get the driver's seat for.
There you go. Simple green.
Yeah.
Oh, simple yellow.
Delicious.
Simple. That simple urine is what that is.
It is the the
yellow.
lemon flavor, the lemon scent. But but it's at least the green disappears.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell the Walmart story with my son Luke? So he was like 3 years old, totally innocent, maybe 4, definitely not in elementary school yet. And we're going down the aisles, and like I was always using degreaser and stuff in the garage, and working on projects or whatever. So I was looking to buy a new bottle of Purple Power, is what it's called, right? And so I got some. And so he just randomly just starts yelling out, "Purple Power, Purple Power, Purple Power."
Purple Power.
And then he decides to start saying other colors.
It's only 11.
Yellow Power, Yellow Power.
Oh no!
Orange Power.
Oh,
And I
no.
swear to God, I'm like not even kidding. We turned around the aisle, and there was a couple there that definitely would have taken offense to it.
No,
and he
Oh.
said, "White Power, white."
Oh no!
Completely innocent. He had no idea what he was saying.
Go ahead.
No, but they knew that you taught him that.
Yeah, you're
right.
getting the evil eye.
And it's like, no, you're and I held up the Purple Power.
Thing.
Ladies
He's
and
just saying all the
gentlemen,
colors.
Grandmaster
Yeah.
Cack.
Okay. Well, now that she's gone, let's put this into high gear here. Let's see here. I don't know why I just grabbed my fucking editing
hot.
device
All right.
here.
So Gak, is your
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street working?
Yes, for the most part, I'll say. I have you probably can't see it or hear it, but like the dude's jaw just keeps opening and opening. I think something grounded out somewhere
Oh.
where it keeps thinking it's like in gameplay. It's not though. I don't think that's supposed to be in a track mode where he's like opening his mouth like every 5 or 6 seconds, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm supposed to move at all, actually.
Only if you
During
ask him
gameplay.
nicely.
Yeah.
in attract mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's
So-
awesome though. I mean, I just got to troubleshoot. It's probably something stupid.
Do they make a color DMD for that?
I was
They
just going
must.
to ask that.
I have no idea.
Because I bet that's badass. Because
Yeah,
it's like
I
the
bet.
dream, I remember the animations are like Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Is that around when the pin came out? When Dream Warriors was out?
Yeah. It came.
It's 1994.
Yeah.
So whenever.
So that's that 94 is when New Nightmare came out, number 7.
Yeah, it says copyright 1984 and 94. So 84 must have been the first movie, right?
Yeah, 84 was the
Yes.
first one. Yep.
And the pin came out in 94. Yep.
Yeah, because I remember me and Carrie, we tried playing it at Pinagogo. There was some problems with it. But I do remember the D&D animations and stuff. It was basically, I think that's mostly based on Dream Warriors, which would make sense.
Yeah.
Because you could totally do things like with each one of the Dream Warriors, like the 5 kids or whatever, because you were trying to gain powers and stuff. And yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty cool. That's if I recall it correctly. But
And yeah, by the way,
Had
so
that, mod the hell out of that game if you had it.
I'm
I
looking
don't-
forward to trying to do some of that a little bit at least.
I don't know what I would do. The only thing, the one thing that breaks down a lot from what I read was the claw save on
Yeah.
the left side.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't. I'm sure
And I've
there's
heard
some
they
cool
break
mods
a
out
lot,
there
but
for it.
mine's
That's what, yeah.
all original and in good shape. And then
His
there's
is
the
made
claw.
out of real blades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the outlane in the middle between the paddles or whatever. So
Yeah.
there's like a ball save kind of feature, which I have yet to like really figure that out to dial it in. But if the ball's going to drain right down the middle, and if you had unlocked something, the claws come up through the middle. There's like 4 slots.
Oh, that's
between the
badass.
2 paddles, and the claws, their actual metal claws, come up and they'll hit the ball to ricochet.
Oh,
back
that's
up.
awesome.
Yeah, like when I was
I'd
going
like
through
to see
test
that.
mode, when I was going through test mode, I was like just trying to see like, okay, is this working, not working? Just seeing what bulbs are out and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to try this or not. And I put my finger like way far back.
I was gonna say, you put your finger in there.
And I did the test mode. It scared the shit out of me.
Jeez.
They're not sharp, But
I mean, I'm terrified enough to like have my finger near any of the coils.
Because I mean, those,
like,
those solenoids, man. When it's like 100% on, just like
no, that hurts. If you have your hand near a flipper and you flip one, that hurts.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll figure out some kind of mods, but it's mostly LED. It's not 100% LED, but of course, then next door neighbor is Roller Games, and it's got no LED. So I kind of want to
little contrast,
revamp it a little, maybe. I don't know. We'll see at some point.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously I have a newer pin where it's all LEDs and stuff, but then I look at like Carrie's and like her tails is LED'd out, and then but then like her Lord of the Rings and her Twilight Zone are just incandescents. But like it's made me appreciate, though I've seen plenty of Twilight Zones that are LED'd out, and it's made me like appreciate though that LEDs aren't for every game. Like some of them definitely
and I think
look
it's
way better.
I'm not 100% on this because I haven't messed with it much, but there's something about like the flashers. Like you have to get the right kind of flasher bulbs if you are going to do the LED mod, because it's just like way overbearing, like blasting.
That's what
beams.
Like her tails, when it gets into like some of those modes, it's like seizure and it's just like it's,
like maybe
it's
there's
really
some kind of lower output LEDs or mods,
or some sort of frosted or something that's a little more diffused. And that's the thing, like there's so many types of LEDs out there now. I had a guy it's funny, right after I listed Marble Madness on Cloth, I get PMs from people asking me questions about like, how did you do this? How did you what kind of trackball do I need to illuminate it like that? And what LED did you use? And I'm like, I restored this thing 6 years ago. The fuck do I remember about it? And but so you go on CoinTaker's site, because that's where I got mine, and it's like, oh wait, I know I got the Flex. Did I get the premium or the super bright? Or they have like 5 versions of just one style. Then there's another style, and there's like, there's so many different types of those LEDs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I wanted to also mention, so my buddy, I got these pins from, Kevin's his name. He's got the arcade up in Auburn. He just got the Stern TNMT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah,
and
the Pro or which one?
I think just the Pro. The entry. We'll call it entry level one, I guess.
I know the tilt bar around here, the pinball bar. They got the Pro and the next one up, premium.
Okay.
Is that what Stern calls it?
And then it's LE beyond that. There's like 3 levels. Right?
Yeah, I always get confused because what Stern labels theirs, and the only thing they both have going is they call the first version Pro. Otherwise, from there it's like limited premiums and
So anyways, I was up there because it sucks. I feel bad for him. Like all this shit going down and everybody's shut down again, and like he was just reopening, and then effectively shut down for like at least 3 or 4 weeks now. And so I'm like, he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He's like, I got all this beer. Like he restocked his beer fridge with the kegs and stuff. I'm like, I can help you out there. I'll buy a couple of kegs of you. I'm all empty. So
for a quarter of the price.
I said at his cost.
Nice.
They had a few pours out of them, and so he just kind of threw a pricing. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I picked up a couple of kegs from him, and then he only got it like a week before that or something. It had less than 10 plays on it. So we played a couple rounds of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Man, it is super fun. I gotta admit.
Yeah,
that is a super
looks fun
game. And,
people are loving it. Actually,
it's got the multi. If you unlock the full multi-ball, it's like 6 balls. It's so crazy. And I guess so. There's like on the upper part of the play field, there's a disc that's like a spinning pizza wheel or something. And I think it has like a magnet on it.
It does.
Because it gets like, you'll see like 1 ball stuck on it, and then it goes to the multi-ball, and there's like 3 or 4 balls stuck on it swinging around. And then all of a sudden it'll just like release the magnet. So then the balls are just like all over the place, man. It really is. It's like sensory overload,
Did
It
it
came back
though.
to something about you swinging your balls. What was
Yes,
this?
absolutely.
swinging his balls all around?
We're not having a good time until the balls are swinging.
But why do you have 3?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Gak, the one you played, did the turtle van, did the door open up to
So
release
that
balls?
he told me that I guess the next level. He's got
That's
the
the
pro.
okay,
we'll
he has
say
the
entry
pro.
level
Okay.
one. So I
the
guess
pro,
the next one or up, it was like $1,100 more or something like that. And
yeah,
that's
it's a lot more.
It's the door opens and one other feature or something. Like really, it costs $1,100 more.
At the top, the top has that little turtle on a glider, and it's a diverter, and you get to choose what direction to divert the ball.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of like in
so like you said, just 2 features for
two
$1,100
things,
more. I'm like,
it's a lot.
Oh, damn.
Huge difference. Yeah.
I mean, I could see maybe
that and the pizza can
$400
spin
more. I don't know.
the pizza can spin the other direction sometimes. That's another feature that's added.
Which is probably just software, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reverse
it's like
polarity.
the CAD software I have, SolidWorks. It's like, oh, so you just want the professional. You don't want the full blown premium. It's the same software. All they do is unlock the IP or whatever it is to allow the rest of it to work. You know,
they do the thing too where they all the tools are there, but they're like grayed out, so you can't use them.
Yeah.
But it's like it's still
Just teasing it. Just give me the middle finger.
And every time you click on it, it's like, would you like to upgrade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder that I got the shitty version.
Did you guys say it was part of that the art package? Is that any different?
I think the art packages are usually different on all 3 levels too.
They're a little different.
Yeah.
Because
usually you get bonus things like powder coated rails and a lot. Sometimes they'll put in.
It's like that was the difference. That was part of the difference with the Wonka was you got like now if you broke it all down. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. The Wonka Vader ball lock, like the difference between the Pro and the LE. Wonka Vader ball lock, the blue powder coated rails and everything, the sparkle or whatever, shaker motor.
Art package.
Package.
Way better.
Yeah.
The other one's just text that says Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's it. There's no Gene Wilder on the side or anything.
No.
Exactly. So everybody complained about that. They didn't even do anything interesting for a regular.
So I was like, and I've played both, and honestly, I know it's silly, but that Wonka Vader ball lock makes a big difference. Like it's just so much more fun. But then, like, they started to add up. Okay, the powder coating. What would that cost? What would the shaker motor? What would the art? Like, the art is tough. It's like, what would an art pack? You know. But to me, it made the difference. But now, I mean, that is a $2,000. Like, you're talking $1,100. So, I guess you could probably an argument could, and then there's always arguments like, well.
So Kevin's actually listening right now. He said. The premium, so it's Pro, Premium, and then LE, right? So
Stern,
for Stern. So for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the premium is $2,500 more. I thought he said $1,100 more, but he says $2,500 more. And then if you want the LE, it's $4,000 more. I'm like, my gosh.
So it's another 15. Weird because it's opposite for Jersey Jack because so 7,500 is Pro. For Wonka, then it's 9,500 for LE, then it's 12.5 for the collector's editions for the top. So it just keeps going like the gap. It's whereas like with you, it's like there's a bigger gap between the Pro or with the Turtles, it's bigger gap between the Pro.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
premium,
like.
And then
and all the tax you have to pay on it now too. So it's substantial. Keith and I were just talking about this the other day. We were talking about.
I got lucky. I didn't have to pay tax.
We're now at the point where I think our days of getting brand new might be over, and we're just gonna let someone else take the hit.
I squeaked in.
Yeah, and just buy a used one, so that way you don't have to pay the tax and all that. You know, all that stuff.
I got lucky with the tax because the distributor was actually
and shipping. You got to pay $300-something for shipping too.
Yeah.
So
I got lucky there.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you just go on Craigslist. Or offer up or whatever, you know, you just go down there with your car and get it and bring it home and
somebody didn't like it.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I definitely got lucky there.
Andrew has
white glove
the
service.
Game Exchange, I think it is. Isn't that what you have near you?
Game Exchange of Colorado, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty convenient. You can just walk in there and
I can save on shipping, but because obviously I can just throw it in the back of the van and go, which is what I did with Ghostbusters. But I got to pay full tax, obviously. Like,
I wonder if they
city
have
sales tax
deals where like people have returned or they've exchanged a game that they had, like Todd Tucky does, where you can turn in a game and get some credit and get something else new, and then they have it on your play floor. Okay.
Skid Mark.
They have floor games.
That's Skippy.
That's cool.
Skippy Skid Mark barking.
So that's pretty cool. You have that to go and check out.
Yeah, I wish we had. Well, we have some amusements, but it's not Game Exchange. It's not that. It's not that size of a warehouse.
It's cool too because they've got all the stuff there to play and stuff too. So it's all free play. Just walk in here.
They have their showroom and then they have the I would love to be like. They probably have a Super Punch Out.
Yeah, Monster Bash I bought from them, and
they want like $6,000 for it.
They're gonna want.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Steve?
I was just saying I bought my Monster Bash from Game Exchange.
Yeah. From AJ.
AJ, yeah, and then he friended me up on Facebook too. So that was cool.
What do we have like that in California? Nothing, huh?
Not really.
And you got like Gene at Vintage Arcade down by you.
That's kind of surprising that California wouldn't have anything like that.
Yeah. Anymore.
Yeah, we have the auction pirate guy, and he has a he does have a showroom to sell stuff too now, so you can go down.
Captain's auction.
Yeah, the captain's rape and pillage.
Yes.
Your wallet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the games are trashed every time I've gone to those auctions. A lot of them are just trashed. Yeah.
See, but you're pretty quiet too. So, are you playing Left 4 Dead? I'm just kidding. You just posted.
No, I am not. I'm talking to our viewers on like 2 different channels, so it's.
Oh, you're doing our PR? Thanks.
Yeah. I just copy, paste, and put a link in, and then send it out.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
Yeah. I have other jokes I can make to that, but not appropriate.
Well, there is no such thing as not appropriate. Well, no way. I take that back. We have.
Yeah.
There's been a rare occasion or two.
It involves the words wham, bam, and yeah.
Necros says that they're not all trash. The mean room has nicer games. Okay, that's good. I'm talking about the auction. They're all trash because what people do is operators that get frustrated and can't fix them, or they're just lemons.
Put them out to pasture.
Yeah, they just put it out and then they go up really high because it's like, a lot of people check out that auction. It's insane. So
real randomly, Gino, did I thank you yet for those gloves?
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
I used them today, hauling Marvel Madness down the stairs.
That's what they were intended for.
Yeah. They're nice too. They got pads, I almost used them as lifting gloves for working out today. Because I'm like, they're
probably good.
Yeah. But I'd probably destroy them though, because I've been using resistance bands and they've been tearing through my gloves. So, but yeah, they were nice. They worked well.
Cool.
So thanks for that.
You're welcome.
If I need another Dremel, I'm gonna come to you. Yeah. I should have like 10 of them. I use them all the time.
10. You have the
Dremel
fucking
favorite. No. They have a drill press.
They have a drill press. You can attach the Dremel upright and work it as a drill press.
Oh, I just have a boner now. See? No,
I know. I don't know them well. I don't know them well enough.
It's number 1.
Oh, oops, wrong one.
Quick Sounds 1.
Quick Sounds 1. Oh.
Yeah. Top left.
There we go.
There we go.
Boing and boring were kind of
they're spelled close too.
I was like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Soon one day,
I look for any excuse.
Soundboard master.
Yeah, Dremel. I don't know. Something about that tool is so much fun. I should have been a dentist. I get to use all the time. Yeah. Can you just imagine someone's got like a cavity or something? I'm like, woo! I get to use this tool now.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I'll pass on that.
I don't know. It's such a fun. There's just like so many. Like I had 2 Dremels at one point in time, and I gave the second one to my mom because she had some sort of job where I'm like, you need a Dremel for this, and I actually have a second one, so here you go. And I was explaining to her that, you can use it for this. And I'm like, if you ever walk into a hardware store, just look at the wall of they're so versatile. It's amazing. I think the first time I really used one was when I did my Red Tent restore, because I was working on because that was back before they started reproing the Nintendo buttons, Mike's Arcade stuff. It was way before that. So either you spend top dollar, which I ended up doing anyways, or you could also, people had figured out, well, if you take a normal, like a leaf button, or you could do a micro switch too, and you, but mostly the leaf buttons, and you take a Dremel and you just shave off just a little bit around the, what would it be, the shaft of it, and it would fit through, and it did work. Eventually my OCD kicked in, and I'm like, I need the original buttons. I ended up spending now I had to buy, the thing is that no one was selling individual, people that were selling individual buttons, like Donkey Kong buttons, Andrew knows this, they were asking like $30 a button.
Wow.
And I ended up finding a deal, but I had to buy like 100 of them, like it was a bulk thing. Ooh. And so I restored all of them. I did Retro Bright, I did the whole fucking thing, and then I sold the rest of them. But yeah, now you can just buy a brand new one for $8 from Mike's, which is still a steal. Yeah.
But you found a use for the Dremel.
Oh my God, it was and I might have documented it in my restore videos. Me doing that, because I was just using the sander to go around it. But
yeah,
I mean, anytime I'm like, oh, I can use this to do that. In fact, for Gap Plus, I used the cutter wheel in the Dremel to cut a square gate on it, so I could have an 8-way, because mine was just a normal diamond 4-way from like a Miss Pac, because you can't find those. No one, like, except for that game, I don't think any other Midway game used an 8-way leaf Miss Pac-Man style joystick.
Yeah,
right.
Run.
And so, like, I remember looking at Carrie's, and I'm like, oh, that's totally different. And the one I bought came from, what's Arcade Fix It? What's Milestars? Is that Steven?
Steven?
Yeah.
I think I bought it from him or someone else. It was a new old stock. I spent a fair amount, but they refunded me a little bit, because when I got it, I'm like, oh, it's not. And the weird thing is that the actuator was proper, but the actual gate was not. So gotcha. I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, duh, I got this cutter wheel on my Dremel. I'm just gonna, and it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
I had to really file the corners, but it works perfect.
10.
Yeah, I had to 10 it.
A 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Yeah. And that's how the story ends.
Finish the game.
Finish it, Andrew.
2. The British one, right? The 2.
Oh yeah, do go down 4. Do like 4 there.
I was excited to see that on Clav. I haven't posted on Clav in like forever.
I don't care.
So when I posted about my Tron background, I got it's already been over 800 views on that. So I'm like, cool.
Definitely. Yeah, awesome.
And then somebody, of course,
change your channel name to everything Tron.
yeah.
It is.
You're gonna have like 200,000 subscribers overnight.
Yeah. Somebody like Anderson, when he suggested the curving or arcing recognizers, someone else posted something that was like, God, why didn't I think of that? They said add the Sark's carrier. I'm like, oh shit, why didn't I do that? I should have had it slowly go across the
OCDs
way high up.
Yeah.
Give it a week, he's gonna have it.
Yes.
It's $14 on Turbo Squid, that model, so I don't have to model it. So I'm like, I could stat it, and then what do I get out of it? I don't have a Discitron to put it in.
Yeah, right.
Can you add in the preteens? Oh no, that's in the game. The master control program has chosen you, to serve the system.
Yeah.
I could be a Tron nerd too.
But I got some requests for it and stuff, so I just told them to look it up. With Mark posted a link for the download.
Yeah, and Dan, aka FizzGig, posted your video too, and I don't think he even knew where it came from because people were asking him. So I commented and I tagged you on it. I don't know. If
okay.
It's on Facebook.
Mark, you got to start offering up your like that sort of thing as a service, and
yeah.
Can you collect a royalty on it or something?
For all 12 units that are going to be implemented.
That's why I said like maybe a lot of people were like, if I had a Discitron, I would do it. You know, that kind of
but
thing.
you could, but people can do it further up, right? Too.
John Jacobson even made a comment on Twitter. He goes, "Oh, that's fucking cool, Mark." And I'm like, "Wow, I got a positive comment from John."
He probably forgot who you were. He probably forgot who you were, Mark.
Probably.
What is this?
Mark the Magician.
Is everyone asking how it's been? How do you do it, or they want?
I've had people like, "Can you?" I had one guy go,
"Can you realized that was like a box set of my videos."
Can you post? Can you post photos or video on how you did this? I'm like,
I went through that second one really
it's
quick.
too much to show how to do that.
Really fast through it.
That's like
going to be hammered.
A doctor, I don't know. It's like kind of explain an operation, It's like, I don't want to go into it.
Yeah, no. If you could get that thing down to like a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. It's like a lot of like tricks and nonsense.
Yeah. So let's say theoretically, I want to build my own spaceship. Can you give me like all the specifications and
I want to do it myself.
Kind of want to build my own.
So
I don't know if you guys have seen. Yeah. So I don't know if he's really active on KLV anymore, much like most of us, I think. But Riddick Rick, I think, was his handle there. And he does like custom artwork, like projects, one-off arcade machines and stuff. And I saw one he recently did. It's pretty cool, man. I gotta admit. So first off, he started 3D printing the Budweiser Tapper. The brass cup holders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he got a 3D model file of it, and he was 3D printing them. Now it's plastic, so I would not want it for commercial use.
Yeah.
But he fully 3D printed them, like a gold 3D print. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. And then I think it was like today or yesterday, he posted like kind of sneak peeks of the project he's doing. So it's all, everything from the ground up is all, custom built, right? So not an original cabinet or anything, but it's picture a Budweiser Tapper, but it's themed the Simpsons Duff Beer Tapper. So like the side art is it's like
mod.
Moe's Tavern, like Moe's Tavern with Moe, like with the beer thing. And it's really cool, man. It'll be interesting seeing the finished product, but because I think you guys know they did a hack of that like years ago.
There's a ROM hack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like
it's done really well.
Beer,
Actually,
so he's making the whole machine themed on that Simpsons. So that's pretty cool, I gotta say.
It's like the Pauline Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
in the Pauline cabinet. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Creative.
And he mentioned something about he's working on doing a YouTube channel where he's going to show the process of building games like that, because they're all custom one-offs that he pretty much builds. So kind of neat, So,
okay.
It's sort of like what Sam does. Like he's like totally building them from scratch.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember him posting.
Not doing the automotive paint, like precision paint jobs, but he's got his own printed artwork that he'll put on the sides. Full side art. All the way to the edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty damn cool stuff, I gotta say. So
I saw someone posted a Discitron environmental, and it's so much money. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's like silly money.
It's probably minimum $7,000 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they were like north of 10 now.
Yeah, I was. Well, that's still minimum 7.
Yeah.
I think he posted
Probably
for
10
12 actually, 12 or 13. Let me look here.
And I thought I saw one for like close to 15, which is just like
what? Good luck, I guess.
That's insane though, right?
Yeah, proper insane. So, so I was just thinking too on the Tron. I know it's not original, but like Mark, I mean, he's already kind of going down that
pretty
route.
Quiet. I think you've been playing a lot of sounds. Is that your new thing? That's why
yes, he's done the same sort of
drink.
background thing on regular Tron.
Oh yeah,
with the animated. Like, so I mean, theoretically, you could do something that like plays both of those videos in the background of even a regular stand-up Tron, and at least have some animation going on back there.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
You're already
There's no
into,
reason
like,
why you
modding it.
couldn't put the Discotron one in that little window if you wanted
Seems like
to.
not, yeah. You're not going to see quite as much of it because it is through that little window, but
Yeah, I've seen the
might have a bigger
MCP.
audience. Is where I was going.
Yeah, I've seen the MCP. Now, if I would have done it, I would have had the electric light on the ground that goes to the MCP, and I'd have the MCP stop once in a while, and maybe the pieces fly off of it, then come back together again, so just like they do in the movie. But what he did instead is he just took the frames of animation and just looped them, But okay, so he's selling. He sold it. He sold it. Oh my God, he sold $13,000.
For what?
$13,000. Holy shit!
Dad, I think he's gonna pork her.
Holy shit! That's what they go for?
That was Mike Hoffman.
Is that like a restored, uncut EDOT or what?
He's had it for, let's see,
ever.
Yeah, he's had it for a while. Works 100%, burn free, G07 monitor, has perfect picture. It's missing the inner mirrors. Ugh, that sucks.
So it's missing something.
Yeah, it's missing
he would've
shit.
got
He's
15
asking
if it
that.
had that, right?
Jesus Christ! Wow,
that's some real money.
Holy balls! You
Yeah.
get like, how many pins could you get for that?
I remember when they were
$3
$3,000. I was like, "Oh, that's
maybe two Wonkas if I was lucky."
You could get 2.5 major havocs.
Yeah.
I remember seeing major havocs listed back in the day for like even an expensive side. It's like, $3,000 maybe. It's like that's fucking crazy talk.
Yes.
I remember Chris Rhodes was the first person I knew he sold one, how he restores his games, but this was, let's see, it's 2020. I had to look at the date. It's 2020. This is probably
It's been a long year.
2000. It's probably
long, horrible, awful, disgusting, terrible.
I want to say, Andrew, I want to say like 2008 or 2009. He sold his Major Havoc for $5,000 now, and that was like holy shit. But I remember him. I was at his house, his old house, and he had the game all wrapped up. But I knew that thing was, you could eat off of it because that's just him. But that was that. Now people are asking for that, for a dedicated Major Havoc, for something that's just, it's in the original cabinet.
Yeah,
that's right. It stinks.
The whole place stinks. Yeah,
it's just I can't believe like another person dies too, like that guy from Mythbusters.
Grant.
Oh, Grant. Yeah,
I got so
that was
depressed
sad.
when I saw that. I was
That
like,
I know.
oh my
Yeah, he
God.
was young. That was.
Well, I think you should be sorry for
Brain
Christ's
aneurysm.
sake.
That means that you just die
I
like
remember
just
guys.
fall
When
over.
you insult me,
You're
what
done.
the hell is the matter with you anyway?
Fuck.
That starts scaring me when people younger than me are dying.
Yeah, right.
I know. Ugh. I know he's all in. He's
Yeah, that
like
one
in
kinda-
good
Yeah,
shape
but-
and everything too.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
just shows you it doesn't matter. Anything can happen, man.
Yeah.
Well, and then Kelly Preston, she's not that
Kelly
old
Preston too. Oh,
Yeah.
he's been fighting breast cancer for 2 years, and then it just kept it quiet.
Yeah,
That's
but the
just
brain
awful.
aneurysm kind of thing is like what's
Oh,
like one of
instant.
those, like it's just that you're outside the blue. Although if you're gonna die, that's a great way. I mean, like
It
honestly,
is.
like
Or
you're
just flip
just
your switch and then
Yeah, the
Yep,
lights just
exactly.
go out and you're done.
Yeah.
But at least you don't suffer. Like cancer,
Yeah.
you suffer.
right. Yeah,
Kelly
Kelly
Preston
Preston.
suffered.
Yeah,
'Cause I've seen it firsthand. I've never seen it firsthand before, and it's awful.
Yep.
Awful,
Yeah.
awful. I feel bad for anybody almost who has it.
Yeah.
Almost anybody. But yeah.
Seabird pooping?
maybe.
I think he's been pooping for a while.
Well, on a lighter note, never pass out at a party first.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh,
That's the result if you pass out at a house party first.
he's like, wow, his right ear feels really good.
Yes,
Oh
right.
God.
A nice
It's
one.
moisturized
Now the
in
wax
the morning.
out.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, that's
What am I searching to find that? I was not searching it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Random on my feed.
Now there's an idea for a segment of a show. What am I searching for? And then you just show the results.
Show the results.
Yeah. Or Jack, rebrand your YouTube channel to that. What am I searching for? And then you just go over like different videos. That'd be hilarious.
That would be.
Yeah. And then once your channel gets to be so popular, you can start giving away prizes like people do.
So, Jimbo, I got to affiliate on this one because we were all hoping you would have been there and you could have gotten in on the laugh. So Sunday night, poker night.
So
over the weekend, I felt like total shit. Like Sunday, it was really bad. I'm coughing. Like, fuck, do I have the fucking corona or what? And just was not feeling it. And he sends out the message like, hey, poker at, whatever, 8 p.m. Eastern, whatever. I'm like, I can't do it tonight, dude. I'm sorry. And like, I just started chugging water and then I started feeling better. So got back on.
Oh, nice.
So I told him, I went for a walk with the wife and the dogs and she's like, you have COVID, don't you? You're COVID Chris.
Chris.
She nicknamed me COVID Chris. And so, so Scott Bardelli, you guys might know him.
Oh, I know who was playing Sunday because Carrie was here and I pulled up the poker game and so I was watching it because I wasn't going to play, but because she's here. But I'm like, okay, so you know who that is and that is and that is.
Yeah.
You don't know that these two people. But I showed her and then I walked away. I was getting something to eat. She came back. It was really quiet, and she's like, "Huh." This is really interesting watching the moves and how things progress, the online poker thing. And I'm like, see, that's
Yeah. I didn't get it until the third round or something. But anyway, so Bardelli, he's all, dude, that totally sounds like a Cabbage Patch doll or something. COVID Chris. And then Dave starts laughing his ass off. And he's like, I could totally see it. It's like a Cabbage Patch with like a face mask. And the hand sanitizer pump next to him in the picture. And,
that's awesome.
Where's the commercial?
Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah, I think it's more Garbage Pail Kids. But
that's it.
He's all, you should totally market that like he was talking
about Chris, Chris, where he coughs, you cough.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit.
My COVID buddy.
COVID Chris.
Exactly. Oh, I like
Chris,
that. My
COVID
buddy and
my
me.
buddy.
Yep. Kid sister. It'd always be back to back, so you get a fucking minute long commercial instead of a 30-second.
They used to always put those commercials together.
Yep.
And they had the shorties that were like the 15-second versions of each too.
Oh, yep.
Crammed them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, ruined my G.I. Joe experience.
So you're trying to watch some cartoons.
I want the Cobra Commander. Yeah. I'll get you, G.I. Joe. The one guy that always has the mask over his. Oh, he was ahead of his time. He was on
there you go.
He was on the Cobra team, but
wasn't it weird that eventually Cobra Commander was turned into a snake?
In the movie?
Yeah,
the movie is very strange.
The movie's so bizarre.
They just take the whole idea of G.I. Joe and just go.
Yeah.
It's like now
Sergeant
you're like
Slaughter.
Ancient Slytherin race of creatures.
Yeah, those weird creatures.
At the North
and
Pole
stuff.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
It is really weird.
The broadcast energy transmitter.
I was watching a show on it, a YouTube channel that did like a focus thing on G.I. Joe the movie, and the opening of the G.I. Joe movie is this really action-packed. You know how
Super good.
the normal,
it's really good.
That was supposed to be the finale of the G.I. Joe movie, and the people making it were like, oh no, we got to put this on the front and just have this awesome intro sequence, but that was supposed to be the end finale of the movie was that scene, and I was
it's badass. It's like
it is really
Statue of
good.
Liberty, and it's really well done.
It's really cool.
I wish they'd do another.
Just watch that and then
season.
turn it off.
Yeah, right.
Do it. Actually, I really want them to do another season of the movies that made us, because those were well done.
That was fun.
And you'd think
toys.
now would be
The
the
toys
primo time, because you could totally social distance and you're just doing interviews, it's headshots
it's
and B-roll.
Mostly that and B-roll editing, post editing stuff.
Yeah.
because like I really like. Well, both the series are really good, but I really got into the movies. I mean,
I love the
because
Ninja
like with the
Turtles one, it
toys,
was amazing.
yeah. But
what would you want if you could choose like the toy ones? What would you pick for a toy and
toy
pick for a cartoon? What would you pick? Question of the week.
did they do the wrestling, the little wrestlers, the little wrestling guys?
I think they did Muscle, didn't they?
Did they do the Muscle Man?
Did they do Muscle? Maybe not.
I don't think they did.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with someone about that not too long ago, though, about the muscles. You get a bunch of them, you can send away for the poster that had all of them on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't really a toy.
I never got the poster. I had a friend that had it.
Yeah.
So I'd look at his poster and go, okay, I don't have that.
Right.
I got the
So
wall
exactly
man,
what it's for,
the
right.
hand guy.
Drill fists. And...
I know it's I know it's way more contemporary, but I would be curious about how Pogs got started.
Oh yeah,
in the 90s.
Those are hot.
Like the early 90s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it was a trip to know that the what were we just talking about, those little wrestling guys?
Muscle.
Yeah, the little muscle men.
Muscle. That was a cartoon in Japan that we never got.
Yeah.
It's like those are all real characters in a cartoon.
And it actually
show.
stands for something too.
It does stand for something.
Yeah, it's an acronym. Yeah.
But I remember seeing that on the thing, and I don't think they'd really explained that, but it's like M.U.S. And it's like
there's a dot on each one. Yeah.
Oh, I got one. What about the little tiny army guys that were the little green? They had poses. They were only like this tall. They had a little platform that they stood on.
An army men?
Little army men. They're all little tiny green guys, like about the same size as muscle men, maybe a little smaller. It was hard plastic. And I had a ton of them, and you could buy like tanks and things. And I always remember watching like the cartoons for that stuff. And there's always these kids, like it was probably similar to G.I. Joe stuff, where they're playing like in. I'm like, where are these kids? They're playing in like mud, and there's like a creek and stuff, and they got all their toys out there, and it looks amazing because they're in this great scenery. And I just remember thinking like, that's nothing like real life. Like I had my toys, and it's like, this is nothing like the commercial.
Yeah, they always had a killer environment that looked like
my God.
a cool diorama of like a jail cell and a little creek, like you said, and rocks.
Yeah,
that are right to
Jim's
scale.
out there playing on the front lawn with it, and it's like it's not.
I'm trying to play on a play. No, yeah, I'm like, this isn't cool. Like,
you gotta use your imagination too much for this.
Yeah. I mean, it's
fuck that. I'm gonna go buy the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. There's my set piece.
Yeah, I gotta look this up. There's probably a name for them, but I think
that thing. It was like the holy grail for kids. I never had it. I didn't,
You know that. So our buddy Sam had it.
Did he?
He and his brother. Yeah, they're his. I'm sure he'll.
So
do you have a jet too, like a F-16 or whatever it is?
Yeah, the one with the actual swing back wings. Yeah, I don't know.
Guys,
he and their brother, their dad.
Just Google because I'm on my phone because Carrie's got the control. Just Google little green army toys, and the first images are exactly what I'm thinking of. Just little green army toys. I don't know what they have really need. But like the first image
I had those. I used to shoot rubber bands at them with a rubber band gun.
Oh, rubber band guns. Oh, that's a topic.
Yeah.
I had a really cool one that I bought at some sort of flea market when I was with my parents, and it was like a revolver, and you could load up like 12 of them. And it was just like and they had like every type of gun, but that was my favorite because it hurt when you got hit with them.
Wow.
Of course, then you get into high school and people are shooting wedgies. Did you guys ever do wedgies with the rubber band where you take a band around 2 fingers, pull it back, and you have a little piece of paper that you bend around it?
Oh, yeah.
Pow! You leave welts on people's foreheads.
Knock out their eyeball.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ding. Oh, the bell.
I didn't hit it right. I got stuck on something.
Here, Carrie, I'll beat Dave on poker night. It's been pretty quiet. Where are the sounds, Carrie? Because that's Dave.
Triple dog dare you. I triple dog.
See?
Yeah.
That's a
Pardon
short.
my French, but you're an asshole.
That's better.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
that pisses me off. That pisses me right off.
yeah. That's Dave. Like Dave's always like, Jim, it's been pretty quiet. Just play something. Just go across the board. Just go down the piano. Just. I'm like, are you serious? You know how many? I have like 1,000. This will take us all night. Yeah. It gets to be.
Thank you, Doctor.
It gets to be my turn playing poker, and I'm trying to concentrate on my hand and like my turn. And Dave's like, "Can you play something?" I'm like, "Dave,
yeah.
Unless you're gonna sponsor me for this game."
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I've done pretty well the last few times, but you know. Anyways, crickets.
Yeah,
Mox
right?
pooping.
No.
Oh, nice.
No,
You remember that
I
one?
had those army men too. Those same. I remember like.
Yeah, I had a ton of them, and I don't
Yeah.
like line them up, and you could have other accessories and stuff. But
Did you have like the little dirt, not the turrets, but the like the dirt mounds that you can hide them behind?
No.
Well, we call that just dirt and mud. I don't know.
Yeah, we had plastic ones.
Oh,
You
I
had
see.
plastic
Okay, I was
mud?
thinking actually.
Yeah, it was like a mud
That's what it looks
dune
like.
kind of horseshoe thing.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a picture to an Amazon page that I think it's so you guys talk, it shows like little horseshoes like you're talking about, Seabart.
Ah.
And
I
like,
just remember you can go
There's
back
like
to
15 of them.
most
It's like
comic
15
books.
of them in there.
You can go to the back of most comic books. They'd have the army men for sale, but you.
Oh, they're
order them,
cheap.
and
That's probably why I
they're
had so
cheap,
many.
But the ones they sent you were like really tiny. They weren't like the size that you. They were like. So you
Oh,
get
yeah.
friends, but they were like they weren't
They were
even
maybe an inch tall. Yeah.
Not even that.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a ton of them, but yeah, probably because they were cheap. Like like it was, if they're not on sale or if I'm being good, you know, like yeah.
That's close, but my little horseshoe things were actually like dirt colored brown, and they were made to look like sandbags.
I mean, put this way, Gino, when I was pretty much the last kid on the block to get a Nintendo, like an NES, and I remember I this is like 1989 or something, so like it's maybe been like 3-4 years. This is way before like Funkoland was around and stuff, and I think I was maybe the first kid on the block to get for a Christmas gift a used game. I got, and get this, I remember this Christmas vividly. I was excited. I was so excited because at that time you couldn't look up reviews of games. You just looked at the cover art, and I got Top Gun. I used Top Gun from a video rental store.
So they paid him to take it away.
And
no one will rent this.
And I was excited. I was so excited. And then I realized how fucking difficult the game was. But yeah, beggars can't be choosers. You know. Now, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't like. I didn't grow up in poverty, obviously, but I'm not trying to go that route. But really, I was always. I was playing the Atari when my friend, 26, called it Atari. When my friends were like, "Hey, I got Super Mario Brothers. This is great." Yeah, well, I've got a port of Centipede that I don't know is a port. Yeah.
That's the one thing I always loved about the Atari 2600 games. The artwork was always way better than the game itself.
Artwork
The fucking the centipede artwork on the cartridge was amazeballs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Even I thought the shitty Pac-Man game, but the art was rad. It looked grabbing the little chips that it's eating.
I always pictured the little chick. They looked like gum to me.
Yeah,
that he was going after.
Like Pez or something like that.
Yeah, like wafers. I think they call it.
I think they called them wafers. Yeah.
And the instructions. Yeah.
Yeah, and cool. I remember when
great game Necros, by the way. Necros said he loved Hero.
Oh yeah,
Radio Shack.
That is a
there was a Radio Shack near. That was pretty late in the game because I remember a lot of our Atari joysticks nowadays. I could probably fix them because I know what's wrong with them, but they didn't work. And I remember me and my dad we just happened to be near a Radio Shack, and they were clearancing out Atari stuff,
and we bought 2 joysticks for like $5 a piece. Now, granted, they weren't the original like type style. They had a button on top and stuff, but they
Those
worked.
probably Wecos.
Yeah.
And it was very exciting. Yeah, we like holy shit! Now all these like 40 games they've got, they work. It was very exciting.
I want to say,
yeah.
I want to say those Weco Atari joysticks were like the same arcade level innards. Just the housing on the outside was.
They're all quiet. Yeah. They worked great, and so like I still like if our buddy Sam, if Wyo ever wanted to do an Atari cabinet, like the one game, I know we've had this conversation, but Keystone Capers all the way.
Oh yeah,
that's a game that should have had an arcade version of it that didn't.
Absolutely.
That is such a fucking fun game. You're going through a shopping mall and you're jumping over basketballs and shit, and like RC planes are trying to take your head off, and you're trying to catch a robber. Like it
got really hard in the higher levels too.
Yeah. That game should have.
So I think it was last week we got on a random conversation about Commodore 64 or VIC-20s.
Yeah.
So I got like 2 days later a random Facebook message from Slicknick, and he's like, "Oh, the game was Munchman," because I was trying to think of a Pac-Man
you heard the show?
clone. I was talking about a Pac-Man clone that we used to play on a
Munchman.
64. I think it's
I'm
called
gonna look it up.
Yeah. And then Jimbo, I just sent in our Slack chat the place in Minnesota, and it's called Courtesy Blue Sun Soda Shop.
I have never heard of that.
Wow.
I have to say, that's fucking.
It was just a recent post on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure if you look through the pictures, you can see there's like probably 20 pinball machines on the one wall, but it's a soda shop. So it has like all these obscure, rare.
Holy shit, look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys there.
No. Nice sound though, but dude, that's
without even looking.
Was Munchman, did they get sued? They must have got sued, right?
Yeah.
Some of the pins are old. There,
cool.
But that's kind of gives you an idea.
Their street sign looks badass. Like that looks like a drive-in.
Like all these crazy sodas and stuff, Man,
the I would not expect.
I don't give a fuck about carbs in me. Just would love this place. All those sodas.
Holy shit! Look at that. Here. I mean, look at this.
We got like a little bench seating area and a bunch of pins. Yeah.
So that looks awesome. Really cool. It does look really awesome.
Of course, they got like the taffy.
I like the tile. I like the checkered floor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and ceiling, checkered ceiling too. That's pretty cool.
So is this place open or closed due to COVID?
I would guess it's
probably closed.
I would think
closed for now.
Yeah, if anything, it's like
so.
They've got some partial stuff
Facebook,
open.
I don't know who runs it, but his handle or whatever on Facebook is called Nap Arcade, like KNAPP. And he said, check out Minnesota's coolest soda shop. It was 4 days ago. 4 days ago.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if he went there 4 days ago or if it was older or what. But
some restaurants are partially open here, which is kind of dumb if you ask me. But they just today, like, I have a feeling that we're going to be rolling back because the numbers aren't good.
Yeah.
Like, it's our governor, I thought was amazing at the beginning of this. He was very methodical and scientific about why things are shutting down and why to keep things this way. And the numbers were looking good, and then he just caved into peer pressure, into pressure.
Yep, they all did.
and so then things started opening up again, and now it's like, oh, gee, how about that? The numbers. What about
they're scared of Trump?
Yeah.
If everyone stayed shut down like we should have, it was on its way down. Look at
things were working.
Look at the graph. Look at the graph. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Look at the hooves.
Yeah. Oh my God, you totally.
Never mind.
Yeah,
so Mock, you looked up Munchman.
I looked at it. It's a real simple maze. It's not the Pac-Man maze, but there's no home for the ghosts to go back to.
I think that Gleek posted a big description about it. I think that's for the TI though, so I think that's not.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Huh.
Texas Instruments.
Maybe I misremembered. Let me check his message. Let's see here.
Oh boy, I've been slacking on
He
the
said
IRC.
Munchman. He did say Munchman. That was.
I'll post a link in IRC.
So
I
maybe
gotta
they
tell
made,
you, man.
maybe they Munchman for VIC 20 or Commodore 64 too. I don't know. You said you were looking at the Texas.
I look away from the IRC for a minute.
It's true. It's true that like
it's like the Energizer Bunny.
What Gleek was posting was about the TI. However, this does say specifically it's running on the Commodore, and the colors do not look like TI colors. So it's this is on a Commodore. But the description that Gleek posted was not.
I thought I'm like, what sound are you playing?
I know,
Carrie?
right? That's not me.
It's-
That's yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Andrew, you're really
Hands
good
off.
at whistling. Do that again. I take it back. He's really.
Yeah, you are really good.
I
Andrew,
suck at
you're
whistling.
awesome at
I have
that.
I have one tone. I have one tone for whistling, just like my girl voice. Every girl
Yep.
sounds the same according to my. Yeah.
All right, do it again, Andrew.
I can do this. Can you do this? Yeah.
We should do stupid human tricks at some point. We all
I can do
miss
that.
that.
I can do a little squeaker with them.
I'm just glad to see Mock finally got more than just one arcade machine. You know.
Yeah,
All
I
he
got a whole
usually
bunch
has
back
is
here.
one, but yeah, he's got.
Yeah. How many Robotrons you got back there?
I got Dragon Slayer with a little set on top right there. I got a Tron.
Got a big blue.
I got a Ghostbusters that drives me crazy back here.
Hamburger. No,
Hey, nothing. I got 5,000 right there.
I'm jealous. I want that.
That's right.
Look at that footprint.
Hey, orange bull. I'll have a box of those.
Yeah.
Give me a box of those naked lady teas and give me 2 of those.
Speaking
Give
of
me 6
Discitron,
those.
I see it right there on your screen, on your MAME. There.
Oh,
is it? Oh, yeah. It is Discitron.
Oh, yeah, I did do some.
Oh, yeah.
I spelled
Hey, I'm
discs
just pointing
wrong
them out.
too when
Yes.
I posted it. I
You spelled it D-I-K-S.
yeah, I did it with a K. Oops.
Dixitron.
Discitron. Yes, we need to make
Nice.
that.
That's a prototype from what I've heard.
Well,
Bring out the anal probe. Like that's for
there's
So
the name for your channel.
C versus
Bring out the KY.
I didn't even look at the arcade cabinet, but yeah, it's a C. And then I found out that's a European spelling. I didn't even know that.
Bend over, slave.
Yeah. Take the dick.
But daddy is a big penis.
Oh, oops. At least I didn't have the spelling in the animation. That's what matters. Oops.
Well, hey, you would catch if someone was like stealing your original artwork,
Penis.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
Penis.
I'm not charging
yeah.
anything, so it would be one thing if I was selling it, but I'm too afraid of the evil mouse coming after
Right.
me.
Yes.
And it is evil. They'll go after you. They know. They'll go after you and your parents and your loved ones.
Yeah, but you got a special set of skills like Liam Neeson, right?
Yeah, hide under the bed.
Particular special substance. Yeah. I don't know.
You will be taken.
I do like
Crouch
that
in
movie.
fetal position, begin crying. Yes. That's my defense mechanism.
Good
Someone needs to intercut scenes from Taken with Love Actually, with all the Liam Neeson scenes. Like 1 minute he's just like, love is great. You should pursue that. All of that. I'm gonna kill you. It's like,
Sounds like a job for Dinky Flicks.
yeah.
I like him. I like him in Darkman, where he's at the
Oh,
carnival.
that's a great movie.
And the
Why
guy's
do we
doing
have
this.
that on the list?
He's
I
doing
haven't
this
watched
too.
that in so
The carnival
long.
guy with his fingers. He's like hitting his chest, and he just takes his fingers and twists them backwards.
Yeah, Darkman's a really early Liam Neeson movie.
Yeah.
Who made that?
He's great, man. That's Raimi.
That wasn't
that's a Raimi movie.
Yes.
Oh,
he
nice.
gets all the premise is it's a simple premise. Does he get? He loses his
like
life
all
or
the
something.
nerve feeling or something.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
cut
and
his nerves
he gets
'cause of the
burnt
pain
or
is too
something.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he basically wraps himself up like the Invisible Man, and becomes a superhero. It's like a dark, like an anti-hero, maybe.
Like yeah, sort of very noir kind of feel to it.
Yeah, that's a great.
The
shit,
fake
you're
skin
right.
that only
I haven't
works
seen
at
that
night.
forever either.
Right.
That's a
That's why
great
it's
movie.
the Dark Man. Yeah, it felt like it was going to be a series, but it just didn't do quite well enough, I guess, to be a. But it felt very. It could have been a sequel to that movie.
I just got a notification that my full moon Dollman set shipped. So,
Oh,
and that includes a Puppet Master Blade face mask that I ordered too.
It's just gonna be cool.
It's Blade's. It looks badass, Mark. You would appreciate.
Okay,
probably heard me talking about.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Hey Andrew, do you have
It's porn better.
Darkman on your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mark, we can do it.
I can add it to the list.
Yeah.
Very tasty
That'd
and
be fun.
delicious.
I can legally obtain that for you.
And then I told you guys poker night.
I'll send that your way. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in ages. That was.
That's a great
It's
movie.
been
I mean,
15
I paired
years,
up.
maybe 20 since I've seen it.
I did some action movie pair ups for the movie night. I did do John Wick and Equalizer, but Darkman would be a good one to pair up with something too.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's another.
Apparently, there are 2 sequels to it.
Yeah, but it's probably not Liam.
It's not Raimi either. They're garbage.
All right, well, Friday.
There's the first Blu-ray that came up on Amazon as a triple with all 3 of them.
Oh yeah.
I think the guy from
You'll be fine. It's
I think the guy from Lawnmower Man is in that. In the,
Hey,
in the
hey,
Darkman sequels.
speaking of like semi superhero stuff, have you guys heard the news about because we played some Batman? Carrie played the Batman never rubber another man's rhubarb clip.
Oh.
Did you guys hear the news about Michael Keaton with Batman, about all that stuff?
No.
Yeah, we
Michael
talked about it a
Keaton.
little bit on the show, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Yeah, about Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman in the Tim Burton.
What?
The,
Really?
an older Batman, though. So
Yeah.
see,
Kind of like
that's
Batman Beyond.
that's
type
what it
stuff.
should be. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Is a bring Batman Beyond to the big screen and have Michael Keaton as the crusty Batman. I think that would have been awesome.
That would still work. Yeah.
The pretty close to verified rumor. Well, I should say, like, it's all over the interwebs, but apparently he's in talks for a multi-movie reprisal. So, which screams like a Batverse type thing, where he would be because the next, like, for instance, the 2021 Batman movie with was it Robert Pattinson? I think the guy from Twilight, the guy from Harry Potter. Like,
yeah.
He's playing the new Batman. There's a lot of rumors about like Michael Keaton being kind of like the older Bruce Wayne coaching the new Bat. But there's a lot of rumors of like he's in talks apparently with Warner Brothers about a multi-movie thing. Now you don't know if he's going to be in there for a few minutes or whatever, but that's a big deal. Like a lot of people are flipping out, but like I'm excited. Like I'm pretty excited because
what you're describing is totally Batman Beyond. I mean, that's that same kind of idea.
Yeah. I love Batman Beyond. Like I think it's a fantastic series.
Now, who would you pick as an actor to play the Batman Beyond guy? The Terry, is that his name?
Yeah, Terry. Yeah.
Terry. Yeah. What would be a good? Oh, by the way, did your package get here today?
No. Hey,
it's delayed. If you pull up the thing,
I haven't looked.
Yeah, it's supposed to be yesterday, and it's stuck. It hasn't updated.
Oh, so Gag. I sent Andrew finally the frames and
the whack off,
all the other shit.
Okay.
I sent it off to Andrew finally. It was supposed to be there Monday. It's
and
really late.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really late because Monday it was supposed
the candle
to
wax.
Yeah. It literally has not had an update.
Damn
since
it! I
last
had that
Marcos.
one ready too.
Oh, damn it.
Mark, here's a theory for you. What if Robert Pattinson's Batman was actually just a clone of Bruce Wayne, like Terry and Beyond, and then Michael Keaton's like, haha, you're my son, bitch. No, maybe not like that, but yeah.
Well, technically, Batman does have a son, Talia al Ghul.
Oh,
spoilers. I never read the later comic books.
Sorry about that.
No, but what actor? What actor
I got
would
one up.
fit
I got
that,
one up
though,
on you.
think?
I never read the later comic books. I never read the earlier comic books.
Yes, either. Yes,
None of the
exactly.
early or the later. Now, Andrew, who would you pick as an actor to play
I think
Terry? You think?
I mean, Edward from Twilight. I mean, if it's if he's doing that, I mean, I could see him paired up.
Oh
with,
yeah, he'd be good. Why not? Yeah.
I've never watched Twilight.
He's the only thing
Why
good
not?
about the
Harry Potter
movie.
as well.
Oh.
Yeah, I've only. I think my mom's really into my stepmom's or stepmom, my mother-in-law.
Didn't was it R.K. Rowling? Is it R.K.? The writer of the Harry Potter books?
Rowling.
J.K.
Oh, J.K. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and she ended
Did
up.
she announce that she was doing another?
She's ended up being a big disappointment. There's
Oh yeah, a lot of people are mad at her right now.
Oh no, there's a lot of people in the gay community who are like
She likes Trump. She doesn't wear a mask.
Oh, she's anti-trans in a big way. She's come out very and she was huge. And she was
but
huge,
Harry Potter's
and
gay.
She was, but she was but trans is different than being gay.
No, I know. I'm just making
not
sure.
but I mean,
but
but maybe there's a character. No spoilers.
What if Daniel likes?
But yeah, I mean, kind of the whole thing is like there's got to be a lot of people in the LGBT community who are like trying to figure out how to get their Harry Potter tattoos removed right now.
Oh no,
it's that bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
She should keep her mouth
really
shut.
bad.
She's like the owner of Chick-fil-A opening his dumb mouth.
Yeah,
Shut
pretty
your
much.
mouth. Just sell yummy chicken and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Bring your politics into my chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
We're here to buy
Meanwhile-
chicken, not to learn about your political, religious, whatever views.
Meanwhile, Betsy DeVos is like, "Oh, I'll buy her next 12 books."
Yeah.
I hate Betsy DeVos. She can go to hell too. Fuck her.
She's so qualified though because she has.
such
she has no background in education.
Oh, he
She's the
played
worst.
Cedric in Harry Potter. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know who he is.
She's the one pushing to push all the kids into schools and let them all get COVID and bring it home.
Oh yeah, who's never attended? Who's had nothing ever to do
when
with
Fox
public,
News
public
can call you on
education.
your bullshit. You know that's.
Yeah,
Damn
right.
it, you guys are pulling me in on this shit. Carrie,
Uh-oh.
I have to bring this up. So Placer County, you know Placer County, right?
Oh, I.
So part of Placer County, there's an area called Hangtown.
Yes.
Hangtown
yes.
has a long history of like gold panning and all this stuff.
Although that's actually El Dorado County. Is Placerville.
Oh, sorry. El Dorado
Big
County.
Blend.
Yes.
Why you gotta do that?
I know,
Neighboring
right? Sorry.
County.
Okay.
So,
it is, totally. And it's Placerville versus but it's not in Placer County, which is confusing.
Correct. Yes, that's
Yeah.
where yes.
Yeah, no.
I definitely got the screw up there. So, anyways, Hangtown. So, Hangtown, the long history there, I believe, was related to like gold.
I was just checking our mic.
Gold panning, gold miners, and then like
Both of them.
illegal operations happening where people are stealing stuff and all that. And they would, if you got in trouble back in the day, they would hang you. So it was like Hangtown. You know,
Right.
that's the name of the town. Hangtown.
Yep. Yeah.
It had absolutely nothing to do with race, religion, anything. It's just crime.
Oh,
Commit a
yeah.
crime, and if it's severe enough, they hang you.
Yep.
So the logo of Hangtown, the guy there shows a gold panner in front, and in the background you see a tree with a noose hanging from it. So
Right.
the noose hanging from the tree, and that's part of the
See, Bart, you know
heritage
that
of
song, right?
Hangtown. Well, now they've, I guess, agreed on it.
yeah.
They're removing the noose because
Ah.
it's associated to racial stuff, right?
Right, even though that's actually not the history because it wasn't until probably 1955 before any kind of person of color walked into Placerville
Right,
and
yeah.
all of that because it's a very white area.
Yes. It's just kind of
It's not
crazy,
me.
It is crazy.
And then-
go
Yeah.
ahead, Guy.
My wife and her friend was over earlier, and we're all getting on some stupid conversations, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm triggered about Placer County. Placer mining is essentially strip mining, and when you're doing strip mining, there's like a massive environmental impact. So I'm like seriously offended by the word placer. So let's stop calling it Placer County because it associates to strip mining, environmental impact. No. I'm just gonna leave it there. All right.
So when I went to go visit my parents in Texas, they lived in this little town called Midlothian. And when we were in the town part outside there where my parents actually lived, because it was brand new houses, but we went to the actual town that's nearby. They still had up, I'm not shitting you, the blacks only drinking fountain signs. They're still there. And the blacks only bathroom signs. We're still fucking there.
How long
I turned
ago
to my
was this?
daughter. I was maybe 5 years ago. It's still there. Yeah, I turned to my daughter and we're like, holy shit, that's so fucked.
Like enforced or like enforced, or was the
no,
signs
they're
just
not
like
enforced. It's just they just never took them down. They're just still
that's
Wow. I mean, that belongs in a museum of like kind of like the Holocaust Museum, where it's a museum of shame.
I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty
and it's funny that
frickin'
all the
bad.
people that live there are all like, well, what religion are you?
The time for
Are
me to
you
find
go
a
to our
new video of a
church?
guy
And
getting
it's like,
fucked
oh
in the
my
ear by a
God.
dog. Kind of change it up.
No, that last one was good enough.
That'll do us for a while. That'll do pig. That's got to be on here somewhere, but I have no idea where it is.
Well, closer to home, I don't know if Chris and Carrie, if you heard up like north of Mendocino, Fort Bragg, California.
Okay.
They're talking about renaming that town.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Because that's Confederate related as well.
Oh, really?
Which I
didn't know
hadn't.
that.
Yeah, and I'd heard it. Well, I didn't realize they were considering renaming the actual town, but I did hear that they were talking about renaming the actual forts.
Yeah,
the military
for
bases.
the military stuff. But
Yeah.
no, actually, the city of Fort Bragg, Northern California. I looked. It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I looked on their city council agenda. I had heard, and that's where my grandparents and I grew up, spent summers up there. I couldn't believe it. They're considering it. I didn't look to see what became of it, but they were going to talk about it. At their city council meetings about renaming the entire town.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy changes happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, I personally kind of like it. I mean, I'm down with that.
Mix it up.
It really is, and it's
Well, everything goes by zip code, anyways. It doesn't matter. So.
Yeah. No, that's true. You know, just don't name it something stupid like Rancho Cucamonga, because I remember when I lived down in Southern California, and it was literally like there's a road called, and Mock may know this, there's a road called Baseline Road, and south of Baseline in San Bernardino County. Yeah, so it's south of Baseline, it was Rancho Cucamonga, which Johnny Carson used to make jokes about, and north of Baseline was a town called Alta Loma. And the price difference between homes in Alta Loma versus in Rancho Cucamonga were tremendously different. And I think it was just because the name was really stupid. So I hope that they rename it, but I hope they rename it wisely.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter if they rename it. USPS will still lose your package, and FedEx will still give it to you broken.
Nice. Okay, so I've been searching for this the whole time.
I mean, I'm not talking candle wax on the nipples or craft or anything like that.
I like Gleek is putting like Midlothian like statistics of stuff. Oh, man.
I'm about 20 minutes late for that, but
you found it.
I did find it.
You know what I found? Never too hungover.
Ooh, product placement. They have to pay us
Bonus.
now.
Yeah, royalties. Commission.
You're in charge.
Yeah, like seriously, what happened with that? They were supposed to give us like fundus and
girls don't do that.
No, we don't.
We gave up because we don't have over 1,000 viewers, so we're not influencing enough.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I haven't even seen that. I know it's in there.
Hey, Mark, who's to say that every one of our viewers doesn't have like 5 guests with them watching?
Oh, there you go.
So we might have like 3,000 or 4,000 viewers.
You can't make that sound. Girls don't make that sound.
No, we totally do.
Only guys that stand like 6 feet away from the
Griffin?
They're splashing it all over
I
the
know,
place.
I know.
Pretty sure I just heard Griffin.
So
He making a comeback?
Jim,
The force.
Yeah, Jim outfitted me up with the lavalier mic, and I'm like,
it's right there.
Yeah, it's right.
It is. It's right
But
there.
I'm like, okay, so I have to.
It's
take
not
you.
there, or it's there.
The glory
And
spot.
Yeah. So I was.
Product placement is key.
Neko says he counts as 2 people because he's fat.
So I was like, okay, I have to remember
like
to
the
turn
arrow.
myself off when I do it inadvertent Griffin.
It's okay.
Oh, there you go.
You could turn it into a dick, do an 8 and some equal signs and the less than. Yeah. All right, I get the driver's seat bonus. All right. Ha ha! Yeah, you guys are gonna be thanking me never.
I saw Griffin was posting his cool Mandalorian helmet that he 3D printed, and then
he's been 3D
he
printing
buffed
like
it
crazy.
out and sprayed it up. It looks just like the helmet.
Yeah.
You know, he's fucking looks
That
good.
that's his CPAP.
Everything he does
when he
always looks
sleeps
good.
now.
Yes.
Prevents him from snoring.
Griffin's stuff never looks like shit unless he
Diamond plates it.
bedazzles
Diamond plates
something.
it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, even then, it
Where's
still
my
look good. It just
Mandalorian
didn't
mask?
look right.
It's all diamond plated. This is what they meant to make it to look
Yeah,
like.
well,
Yeah, it's diamond
What are you saying
plated.
there, Jim?
Is
The
it
CPAP
covered in
Mandalorian.
tinfoil?
Mock, it turns out he's just like super good at Photoshop. All of his restores are just fucking shit.
Shitty.
He just fixes them in Photoshop.
Here's my 12 pictures. That'll be $5,000. I'll ship it out to you.
I bet printing
Joke's
that
on
in
you.
3D took forever too.
Yeah,
My
I'm sure.
God.
Yeah.
A lot of cleanup because those things always come out with like little. You can see the levels
Yeah, there's
that
always-
makes it. And you got to sand the
Oh.
shit out of that. to
Yes.
get
Maybe
rid of
he
it.
molds them.
Yeah, you got to have it in the first place.
Are you really poop?
I still think back to that one show that we had where he was in the hotel room and you know, just going.
Picking his nose.
Jeez.
I didn't realize he was on camera.
Yeah.
Or didn't care.
I would hope that's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I posted in chat. Could someone please remind Griffin that we're live right now?
I do remember that.
I remember that.
We were on the same wavelength because I kept like, God.
He's like 2 knuckles deep. It's like, dude.
Yeah. Like, man, that's a goober. At least pull it out and show us.
It's like removing some brain matter on that one.
yeah, I know.
That would explain a lot.
It was attracting on him. He's trying to catch
Well,
it.
my
before it goes
pituitary
over.
gland is kind of itching. I'm reaching in.
He gets so far, and then he's like, I can hear so much better on this side.
His eyes all start doing googly, drifting off because he's like back in
he
the brain.
he pushes in here. He pushes in here, and his eye comes out here. It's like, whoa. Yeah. Oh, fuck. There's a big old gapper. It's so weird.
I have an urge to
Because
pick
I
my
got
nose.
those LEDs. Yeah. Yeah. Now you mention it. You know. Have you ever
Yeah,
tried
Griffin
this?
COVID test.
Deleted a shit ton of tweets about the UFOs.
Did he?
That's what Geach is. Geach.
I know he was like huge on the UFO thing, but then I didn't see any more.
The aliens
Wow.
probably made him delete the messages.
I have to say that the
Who
IRC
did?
has helped me get some handles on the Clav crowd because like it's like you start recognizing people. Oh, they're on Clav. They're on Clav. They're on Clav. Oh, they seem like a fun person. Like because you don't. It's hard to get that off of just the forums.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the last Grinkfest 7. It's wimpy. It's limp. Well,
It's done plenty of absorption.
yeah. I mean, like I throw them out
It's
when
a
they're-
whole lot of sweaty glasses.
Yeah, well, I use those too. The nice thing about these is they absorb. It's like a diaper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I throw them out when it looks like a used diaper. You know.
It looks all poofy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still them at like.
Always smells
at-
better than a used
I
one.
I still
Yeah.
these at breweries. I'll just take a stack.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think they like it because of advertising. You know.
Because
It
I
gives
absolutely,
Belton
I
Advertising
I
in your
love,
house.
I love
Yeah.
those.
Oh, friends come
those-
over.
I have like at least 100 different ones, Mock. I got like a lifetime supply, honestly.
Yeah, I like them. I also like this
I-
one right here.
No, I love Mock. I love though. Like I've got 4 of them. I use them all the time. The only thing that I
Seabar's
don't
got some
like about
NOS ones.
yeah, yeah, $10 a piece. But the only thing I don't like about the hard is that they don't absorb. So like I'll pick up a drink that has ice in it, and it gets
they stick.
Yeah. So what I'll usually do is I'll put like a napkin or something over them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an easy remedy, but they do make me and they do stand the test of time because I use, for sure. That's a high quality product.
Yeah.
Hi.
You'll shout out to Carl Perkins for those.
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah, that dude's super. Yeah, what a great dude. It was fun meeting him.
Yeah.
Was that last year or was it the year before?
It was
They
just
all
last
blend to
year.
me last year.
Well, at this point in COVID pandemic days, all the time blends.
That was in the good year, the pre-2020.
Yeah.
This is the year that time will forget, hopefully.
Right. The 2020 is hindsight. It's more of a prediction than a.
Can we all just pile in a Time Runner's time machine? You just fast forward us till this is all fucking over.
Yeah. Can you imagine us getting in there and
just
then
drop me off 2022 or something?
Mark, you're telling me that this isn't a real time machine? Oh my God! False advertising, dickhead!
Fucking liar!
What's your name?
Maybe it's just broke. Maybe you got to take it 99 miles per hour.
The license plate doesn't even say on a
The
time.
DeLorean won't do that fast.
Mock, I just shared something in Slack that you need to look at. Very relevant.
Can it go 88 miles per hour?
Downhill.
Penis.
No penis.
On regular general Slack?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, that's right. We have multiple Slacks.
Oh, geez, what happened there?
We're advanced.
Okay, I'm looking at Slack right now.
It's not one to focus.
The flux up. Gak, that's good.
Oh,
What happens when the flux capacitor, when you set it to date 2020, and the back of the car is all blown out and melted?
Oh, exploded.
Yeah, it looks like it just got destroyed. That's awesome.
You know that
it's an engine fire. I mean
that billboard that I posted for that. It was to make Trump look like from They Live. One of those Live aliens.
That was good, Mock. Yeah.
So I posted that on Facebook. I like to see what people react.
Did you get some hate?
Oh, I always get hate from people out there. What's funny is
that brings out the unfrienders.
Those are the ones
I'm like, and you are still friends.
It's
like, good.
Yeah. It sorts them out.
So an old high school girlfriend of mine, she goes, God, that's a really ugly drawing of Trump. What is that?
What are you new?
It's from a movie. I don't explain it all.
Yeah. Here, look at this Wikipedia link I sent you.
Yeah. Oh, I also got shit.
Fast.
I gotta look it up.
You don't
So
stop and look
it was
around.
from an arcade friend's friend. I have to look it up who it was, but so somebody posted. I think it was Joe Abate.
Yeah.
He posted. Have you seen this?
It's a
so
bate.
funny, and it was the Trump bear. The Trumpy bear. Have you seen that? It's a teddy bear. Looks like a teddy bear, but they put the hair on him, and it's a real legit thing from Trump where he's selling this teddy bear. And people are like, the commercial is just so cheesy. Like, I put it in front of my motorcycle and drive around town. I'm like, oh, brother.
Is it orange?
My favorite.
Wait,
it's not my
wait,
favorite.
hold on a second.
Okay,
So I go.
no, that's all right. Keep going.
I go. One. I think Joe said in there, "Oh my God, isn't that fucking hilarious?" And I said, I put in there. I said, what did I say? I said something like, "I'll wait till November to laugh, because right now there's nothing really funny to laugh at."
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I was just gonna
say, did I get
that-
hate for that one?
Oh, Mark, that's so good though. Like,
not from Joe, because Joe's it's one of his friends.
Joe
It's one of his
yeah.
friends, that are like,
well,
he goes, he called me a bunch of names and said, "Get the dick out of your mouth." They get all real violent.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
I just laugh.
It's a tough time, and
Yeah.
the thing is though, I've learned though, I've got conservative, and like for instance, I had that guy's camping trip like a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of my friends from the north that I grew up with are very conservative, but a lot of them are like, well, I shouldn't say that they're smart because that's not a good defense, because I have some smart friends that are idiots, but but for the most part, like the difference between like 2017, which was a tough conversation because they really backed Trump, to now, no one defends him. Yeah, like we'll agree on things like no, we'll agree like the like they still might support him, but in a conversation where the truth is that we don't like any of the candidates. And so that's kind of where we've come to terms, but no one's like, no, yeah. But one of my the things about our president is that I don't think he understands that the internet doesn't just delete stuff. And so once you post something, it's always there. And so I love seeing people reposting stuff from like 2009, 10, like earlier years, including the pandemic, where he's like, oh, I would never let people die, thousands of people die during a pandemic like Obama did. And people are like, wait, you can't play this out like it never happened, because here's the fucking proof. It's right here.
Yeah, but people, I mean, unfortunately, his followers don't care. It's just like with the electoral versus the popular vote. When he was like, oh, this is the popular vote, it should, this is ridiculous, this electoral college thing. And then when he wins by the electoral college, then everybody's like, well, duh.
And then he says, like, this is his inauguration had the most attendance of any other election. And it's like a quarter of the size of, the previous one. Yeah. Like when you can.
When's your next election down there?
November.
Can't come any the only thing good about this Seabart, the one good thing about this pandemic, I'll say, is that like before it started, it seemed like November couldn't come quick enough, and now it's right around the fucking corner. And it's like, wow, all right.
Yeah, I have to say on the Facebook thing.
This is the second time he's running, right? So he's already done 4
years.
years.
You can only have 2 terms. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're up here. We can have the same guy for.
I mean, he would beg to differ.
I hope not much longer for our fucking moron.
So on the
you should see the scandal.
But Seabart, your moron is like God compared to our moron. He redefines the term. There needs to be a new word invented for our president.
Yeah,
we don't have the word
money
to describe
his friends and family.
Oh, I got a lot of words, but I'm just holding back.
Bach, you're very disciplined tonight.
So on the Facebook, on the Facebook front, it's like I have a handful of, mostly the people I know I have who are Facebook friends. I actually know I have some that are just arcade folks, but mostly they're people that I've met or interacted with in some way. And my bright line has been like, there are a number of people that I disagree with politically, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're fools, but that's okay. My rule is no racism, no sexism, no anti-LGBTQ. And I have to say, the last 2 weeks, I mean, each week I've averaged a person that's the only reason I defriend. Anti-LGBTQ, you're racist or you're sexist. And I'm averaging 1 a week right now.
Check.
That's a very reasonably low bar too.
Yeah.
A reasonably high bar, I guess.
I've been dropping a few as well in the past couple months.
and it's like if you want to it's okay if we disagree. Yeah. But I am just astonished.
I get frustrated.
That's very low bar.
Do you remember that post I did? I wrote it, by the way. I didn't copy paste it. The thing where I wrote about when you breathe out when it's a cold night and you can see your breath in the air.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. No, actually.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't think I saw that.
Right there.
Maybe it wasn't one of you guys. Maybe it was one of my other friends posted the Bill Nye TikTok where he did a little demonstration.
I don't think I heard
the difference between a mask.
No, you liked it, Carrie.
Oh, did I? Okay.
It shows it's kind of a dark and this woman's like breathing out, and you can see the the hot air from our mouth. And I wrote, okay, when you see that, now imagine you walk through it and you breathe in and they have COVID and they're in front of you and they have COVID. So it's like,
wear your mask, you bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah, everybody was on board. Most of my arcade friends were on board. And then I had this one guy, I'm not going to say his name, and I'm friends with him too. And it really bummed me out because he's like, he gets on the whole, what I hear from like people from like what someone from Florida would say. They go, telling me that it's fake. You sure like your fake news like that. That was the kind of comment I got. And so I was like, oh, I got really pissed. Well, you sure love your fake president. So that's all I could say. So yeah, I just get so mad and frustrated. It's like all I'm asking is when you're out in public to wear a mask, and then that's too much to ask. They consider it being a slave. I go, did I write in there too? It's like, it's not you being a slave, it's you being, considerate and being safe for everyone.
Well, I interpret it this way. If you're not wearing a mask, you might as well be giving me the finger. when you're indoors and in a closed space.
Yeah. How about those videos? You see people coughing in other people's faces just to spite them.
Yeah.
Well, I just posted a link to the Bill Nye TikTok thing where he does a demonstration. He does it in traditional Bill Nye, like this is
Science.
why, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yep, science.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic and it's very short, but how hard is it to put a fucking like?
Oh, it's just too much.
It's
to
so
ask.
simple.
Yeah.
And
If everybody would do it, we could bring
you're
the
gonna take
spirit down.
If you make me do this, you're gonna take my guns away.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, and I was telling Jim, like I always think of it in terms of pants. Like, we all wear pants because we don't want to see each other's junk. But it's ultimately because if you sit on my chair, I don't want your fecal matter on my chair. Like if we're all, I mean, that's what pants keep our fecal matter from getting all over fucking everything. So
it's like that Seinfeld episode where the only thing that's between him and us is a thin layer of
Where's the more you know sound?
Yes. Right? Yeah, exactly. So the mask wearers.
I'm a veteran.
Don't want a bunch of naked butts sitting on their chairs putting fecal matter all over everything. So just
the one I've heard the most is like to compare it to like wearing a seatbelt, like for safety. Put your fucking seatbelt on. For safety, put your mask on.
But the difference is that a seatbelt is protecting you, whereas a mask is protecting everyone else.
Yes.
And so, I've come like my sister made a Facebook post. My sister's very ultra liberal, very independent, super independent. I pray for my niece, but
she's gonna rule the world one day.
She is gonna rule the world one day. But my sister made a post. She's like, at what point can I start calling people out on not wearing a mask and start like going up to and I said, and I commented, I'm like, just start giving them the finger because that's what they're doing to you, essentially.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, she's not going to, but it's my, but like,
I know, but the thing
that's what it is.
I know, I get it, and I know it's all in fun, but it's like you're never going to change these people's minds.
You can't.
No, it's like arguing. It's like politics.
And you're right,
start
Andrew.
a fight.
In fact, Andrew, Keith's friends with this person too, so I took a snapshot of it and I sent it to him. I go, look at this, and Keith's reply was, just unfriend them and be done with it.
He's got a point.
No, they're stubborn. All the Trumpers are stubborn for some reason. That's kind of the mentality they are.
But to be fair, and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. You're not going to change their minds any more than they're going to change our minds.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a two-way street. But like, it's funny that you say that though, because on this guy's camping trip, one of my buddies that I consider to be the closest thing to a true moderate there is, a good friend of mine, but he made a comment and we were having a conversation and I made a comment that, we should just not talk about politics because we're going to get into an argument and nothing's going to come of it. And it's just going to be a negative thing. And so he starts off, and clearly, and I knew he was drinking, like we were all drinking, but it was the first time ever that I like really caught him in his tracks, because he's like, all right, well, the thing is, well, that's not a way to go about it, just not talking about it, because like when we don't feel comfortable talking about these things, that's when the problem occurs. And we have to understand that, yes, you're not going to change this person's mind, and they're not going to change your mind. And I'm like, and I say, well, Jason, that's his name. I'm like, well, Jason, what's the point in having the conversation if we're not going to change someone's mind other than to say this is our opinion? And so what's the purpose of getting into this thing that might escalate into an argument if we're not going to change someone's mind? And he just like froze. He didn't know how to respond. And I'm like, well, that's the thing. Like, why?
Okay,
Why talk?
The thing that frustrates me the most, though, is that look at what the other countries have done to stomp it out. Then, like Germany, they only have like, what, less than a 2-digit number cases of new cases. And you look at what they did. This is what they did. Everyone wore masks. Everybody was on lockdown. And they had apps on their phones for contact tracing, and everybody was using the app. So like if you were infected, boom, it shows where all the places you've been, and then they go to those areas and they let everybody know, and then you knew if you're on your phone if you're near that area. And the contact tracing is part of it too. And we're not doing any contact tracing at all.
No.
We have to do what the other countries did to knock this out. No one's doing jack shit.
No.
Well, look at our numbers
it's not, but the thing is, it's not uniform. There's not
there's no leadership.
Like, one state's doing one thing and the other's doing the other thing. And if you want help from the federal government, good luck. But that's not going to happen.
And it goes back to the conservative roots of states' rights.
But you go back to the 1918.
I mean,
look at the 1918 pandemic.
That historically.
Look at what they did.
The
and it
Federalist Papers and
was
states'
everyone
rights.
wears a mask or they go to jail. It's what it came down to.
It's
the same fucking thing that we're doing now. Wear a mask, socially distance, and this is over 100 years ago.
So in France, if you're walking around, Italy. I'm sorry, in Italy, if you're walking around the town, okay. In Italy, if I remember reading that, if someone's walking down the street and it's during this lockdown time, this is like 2 months ago, you would get a ticket. Yeah, because unless you're going to get groceries, that's the only reason you can be out getting food.
I wish we'd be mandated to wear masks.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's been proven to work. That's the problem.
That's the thing that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was telling Jim it's easier being in California because there is a mandate, and being here where you're walking in a grocery store and it's like there's really
I
nothing.
see everybody wearing them now. Everybody's wearing them now.
We'd be better off going to fucking Whole Foods than Cub. Just if you want to be safe.
What drives me crazy though are people that have masks and then they wear them like this. This is
below the nose.
They do it like here.
Dick nose.
The dick nose. Did you see my post? Where it's like, where some dickheads wear dick noses.
I've thought about wearing my dick nose shirt.
Dick.
It's like
that. I like the expression.
When I flew out to see Carrie last time, actually the last 2 times, because now it's been 4 months. Both times in my visible sight, there's been one person that has their mask on because Delta requires it.
Yep.
And they've had their nose exposed. I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, I want to punch you. I want to punch you.
You're just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's like, it would be like, let's have sex. I'm going to use a contraceptive, but instead of a latex condom, it's going to be a sheepskin. Like,
hey,
it's like
you don't test if you're pregnant, then you're not pregnant. That's the logical thing.
Well, I mean, that's Trump's got a great argument. I mean, like, he'd be great in high school. I'm not going to take this biology test because I can't fail it if I don't take it. So there. What do you think of that?
It's true.
I got bone spurs. Didn't take his test either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you notice that the Bolton book got held up?
By the way, Mock, it's really tough for me to drink out of this glass, so I'm going to use 2 hands here.
There you go.
Let's all do it. Yeah.
What a fucking wiener.
Right,
sorry,
guys,
Sorry, this is the anti-Trump. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
We've hit it.
We
And it's
slipped into
actually
it just
11.
We're all
because of-
drinking.
It's extra 11.
Our point
Yeah,
is wear a
I'm
mask.
fading out. I
Yes,
gotta
exactly.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is after 11.
Wear your
Andrew's not
masks,
here.
people, when you're out in
Yes.
public. No matter what state you're in. California.
Hey, just be safe for all of us. Like, what? How much is that to ask?
Florida,
No.
please wear a mask because look at the mess you're in now. They had the
30%.
highest.
They broke a record today. Not a good record, mind you.
God. Oh my God.
I wouldn't be
It's
proud
bad.
of it.
Yeah.
But
Andrew's
Gino's
gone. You can't
broken
shut
the
show
record
off.
for the most Robotron cabinets I've heard. You know, how many do you have, Gino?
Way to change subject.
He lost count at like 12.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to
His
arcades.
I remember him opening up his
Yeah.
garage, the first CAX that I helped with Carrie. I remember going out to his place, and I'm like, "Is the only game you like Robotron?"
I have a soft spot for Robotron. I'll rescue them all.
Do you have one perfect one that works?
I
that
have
you
one
use?
decent one, yeah.
Decent one.
And I have a
Okay.
lot of projects.
And I almost gave Gino a new one last year.
Oh yes, that's right.
No, two years ago.
Yeah, it was a better one too.
Oh yeah.
Last year I corrected myself.
Yeah.
The year before,
Yeah, CAX.
there's 3 or 4 Robotrons in a row, and Gino's like, "Can you?" I have a dolly, a CAX. He's like, "This is my Robotron," and there's 3, and they look. 2 of them looked identical.
It's gray or whatever.
I
yeah.
loaded it up. Boop, boop, start going out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "This is my Robotron." I almost had it into his fucking truck. It was someone else's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's funny.
Whoops. Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Sorry about that. Do you want this one?
I know,
though?
it should-
I mean,
but
I
it's-
got
happens
it.
at CAX all the time.
I know it shows the security of.
We've got duplicates.
yeah,
Yeah.
it shows like-
Everyone's on the honor system.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. I mean, it's supposed to be like, oh, here's your numbers and all that, like your scan code and all that. But yeah,
Right.
there's nobody
When
checking.
it comes down to it at the last hour, it's free.
Yeah,
for all.
nobody. Yeah, it is.
Well,
totally
Gak gave us the leeway, the tips
back.
about starting early and
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
it pays off.
That's huge. Yeah.
Oh, are you ready to
All
play
right.
some?
So what
sorry, I heard
episode
some-
was
I heard
this,
someone snap
Mock?
around,
Oh,
so
you
that
can do
was-
that. Yeah.
Oh,
What number was
That's
this,
weird.
Mock?
231.
231.
The 80s
31,
or that.
all right.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to the Arcade Hangout. We're a group of friends that like to get together once a week.
Oh,
wait.
and now
Oh,
follow
that's
up with
odd.
the closing.
That's 2.5 hours late there, Mock. Good job.
We're only 19 away from whatever you call that, 250.
250.
Bye.
All right, see you guys.